Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by the 1890 Initiative. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Congrats to the AL All-Star team. 5-3 winners last night in the All-Star game. I'm sure, Steve, you caught all of that last night.
Wow. Okay. 5-3 AL, Bill.
Yes, right. In Texas, Globe Life Field.
Okay. That's an AL city.
That's right.
Yeah.
The AL wins 5-3 in the All-Star game.
So what's that mean?
I don't think it means anything anymore.
Okay. Just
It used to mean home field advantage in the World Series. I think they went away with that. I'm pretty sure.
sports show.
Sports show. We're talking sports on this show.
I did not watch, but if I was going to watch any All-Star game, it's hands down the best All-Star game. I mean, they actually play the game as if it was supposed to be played. It's a game. And so they may not do a couple little things like that, but it's a regular game. You don't see the final score wasn't 32-38 because they threw the ball underhand.
Right.
And so it's like NBA basketball.
Right.
Like what happened? Well, they won 196 to 179.
Yeah.
You know, it's
They
like,
got that.
no, it's not that. Football doesn't even exist anymore.
No.
They don't have it. So it's the
Good
only
sports take.
So it's the only
The
All-Star
proper
game
All-Star
worth
game.
watching. Yes, they actually play. The pitchers pitch, the hitters try to hit. They do the right thing, and so for that matter, it's well worth watching.
You could do weird stuff like
you can make all
start a guy on second base
or whatever. Yeah, all that's they play
They
normal.
play baseball.
They play normal. It's probably a little bit different than when Pete Rose ran over the guy at home.
Ray Fosse.
Never played again.
Ray Fosse did.
Yeah, I don't think he ever played again. It's like career-ending deal at the All-Star game. Pete Rose ran him over. It was like there's two things. One he manned the plate.
Mm-hmm.
He did that, and then
Rose had money on that game.
Yeah.
Joking. Kidding.
Might have.
Ray Fosse never played again. And Jake, you might check the text line. I think I got that name right.
I'm not sure he never played again at all, but his career was never the same. I know that for sure. But for that reason, though, it's worth watching.
Yeah, that's a good take.
It's worth watching.
It's a good take. It's still real.
They talked about numerous players this morning driving in, and I didn't have any idea who any of them were.
Yeah.
No idea. And I used to know who it was. Like, oh yes, let's watch Yaz. Let's watch whoever. I mean, I knew these players were
back pretty far on.
Back pretty far. Yes, they did.
They went back to the 70s, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The better time.
Freddie
Lynn's out there.
Exactly. It'd be great to see, wouldn't it?
Kingman.
Jim Rice. Yeah. How about that?
How about some Cesar Geronimo?
Thank you.
Maybe never made the All-Star game, but
I don't know, but still like to see him.
Good name.
Still like to see him. How about that Johnny Bench behind
How about
the plate?
that? Yeah.
Like to see Bench behind the plate.
100.
Yeah.
How about some Joltin' Joe Morgan?
That'd be great. Oh,
Remember Joe Morgan?
Yeah. How about Ricky Henderson? You want to come on? You want to see a little bit of Ricky? Ricky talks in third person. Yeah, I'd like to see Ricky.
He did.
Ricky's going to steal today.
This is good. This is a good time for trivia.
Okay.
This is from Bill, our friend in Pottsville,
Pennsylvania.
Here,
the home of Yingling beer, by the way.
I wouldn't be surprised if one of you got this. Who is the only player to win the home run derby, the All-Star game MVP, and the league MVP in the same year?
Do you have a year on this at all?
I could give you a year that might. You want me to do that?
I think you need to make it even somewhat.
Yeah, give me at least
1991.
Ooh.
Say it again.
Who is the only player to win the home run derby, the All-Star game MVP, and the league MVP in the same year? It was 1991.
That's the year the Twins won the World Series, I believe.
Kirby Puckett.
It's not a bad guess, but it's not right.
Too old, too late for Dale Murphy.
How about Joe Carter?
No.
Too early for him?
Just throw it out there because we could name names for like an hour and a half.
Cal Ripken.
Cal Ripken.
Man of Steel. Is that what they called him?
He played a lot of games in a row.
Iron Man.
The Iron Man.
The Iron Man.
Close
yeah.
enough. The Man of Steel,
Same thing.
Iron Man.
Iron and steel
Similar
is different
concept.
to my knowledge. I think that's a different.
He's on the right
But
track.
still, both of them very strong. If someone says I have an iron bar or I have a steel bar, you're both going to be like, that's a lot of strength.
Pretty good.
Different than a bamboo.
You trust
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You
stronger
trust
than
that.
bamboo.
You trust that.
Sports.
Thank you to Bill in Pottsville for that trivia.
Thanks
That's
to
nice.
Bill for his take. Bill Busch for his take, and Bill in Pottsville for that. Yeah, it was good. Gotcha. I wouldn't have got it.
All-Star game. 5-3 AL wins. We had something happen before the show. I noticed you were wearing jeans today, Sip. You were wearing short pants the last month or so.
Yes.
And you had a reason why. It wasn't just say I just pulled them out. No, you thought ahead for the day in terms of why you were wearing jeans, and it confused me.
It caught
and
us a
Bill.
little
It
bit.
caught us off guard.
Tell us why you're wearing dungarees.
Instead of wearing
going to the
shorts.
dentist.
It doesn't make any sense.
He says
Because
he
you're going to the
felt
dentist.
uncomfortable being in short pants at the dentist's office. So he went
I
with
don't
he
understand.
went with jeans.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
And he's also going to see his accountant. That
Yeah.
tells you make money. When you have your own accountant that has to like keep track of
It's a
things.
rough day today.
So
Now
you wake
listen,
up, you say,
listen,
dentist
Has
today.
anyone ever been
accountant,
to the
jeans.
dentist in short pants?
Yes,
Yes.
I can say I
I
have.
believe I have.
have you?
I know I have.
I would guess-
Absolutely. Yes.
I would
So
guess
I would have been all right, laying in the chair with my shorts on.
Yes.
Okay.
the reason you wouldn't know that because you haven't been to the dentist in how long?
I don't know the protocols.
Yeah.
I was 10.
You were
or-
10.
Which-
Yeah, I say 10. I mean, it's very possible it was before that.
So approximately 50 years
Yeah,
ago.
Dr. Katroki in Columbus. I remember it wasn't a bad, like
Mm.
people say, were you traumatized?
Right.
No, I wasn't traumatized. It's just my teeth are good. Now there's some issues though. So yeah, I thought that
The jeans
it would
day.
be more appropriate to wear jeans in the dentist's
Mhm.
office. Isn't that seems normal to me?
I don't think wearing the jeans is unnormal. I just think the fact you didn't wear them because of the dentist is a little odd. It's a little odd. I don't think the dentist, when it was like 100 degrees outside, that they have like, excuse me, can you please put some long pants on? I don't think that's happening. I don't think they're going to allow it to
Some
go
long
on.
pants in the back.
In the back, yes.
Yeah.
We have some guest pants.
We got an
Put on
extra
the
pair.
guest pants.
There's an extra pair back
You're
there for
fine.
you.
Sweatpants.
Just some sweatpants. Throw these on. They're from Sears.
All right.
You'll love them.
I thought it out. I thought that was the appropriate thing to
Yeah.
do.
I hope
It's not horrific.
I hope it makes you more comfortable at the dentist
It's idle
office today.
chit chat.
Yeah, Ben is here.
Young Ben's here.
Ben, good morning.
Yes.
We're both from Columbus. Okay, keep that in mind.
Young Ben has been quiet this morning. I tried to talk him. He's just kind of a.
Well,
Yeah.
I think if you're in a bad mood, you just don't talk. That's fine, right?
Well, he's
Versus
pro- you
being
know what?
grouchy.
He's probably high on hours.
Yeah.
Probably knows he's got to get out
What's
of
the
here pretty
update,
quick.
Ben? Oh, he's laughing now. He's in a good mood there.
you're from Columbus.
7 Mile Bend.
7 Mile Bend.
We have to represent. Okay, it's important to me. Columbus.
Represent.
Yeah.
Anything else? Idle chit chat for you from yesterday's sip.
No, not really.
What?
No,
Nothing at
just
all?
A work day, just a common work day. What about you guys? Did you play golf?
Nope.
Yeah.
No golf yesterday.
No,
Zero golf.
Yesterday-
You walked.
Yesterday,
Sugar.
yes, twice because
Two-
it was
two
nice
walks.
out. So the one early and the one late, we got two in. So that was a good deal. But it was just it was a classic Tuesday. Just woo.
Yeah.
Just woo. That was it.
I had a problem with Bullett's. Bullett's cone. He's in a cone right now, Jay.
The cone
Again?
of shame.
No, not again.
I've talked to Bill about this. Yeah, he's in a cone.
Did he crash
apparently
into things like I
no,
talked
apparently I didn't put it on correctly because I got a message from Trix
Yeah.
that said, "Hey, the cone." I got home and the cone was off.
about?
There's no problems, but I didn't put the cone on
All right.
properly. He managed to get the cone off. I don't think I put it on very well. I'm not big on the cone.
Sugar's at it twice. It's not fun.
Twice.
It's not fun. When they come walking through the house, they just have this look on their face,
What-
and they just
what's
bang.
going on?
Then they
and
bang into
They
stuff.
bang into stuff like
How
crazy.
could
Sugar
you?
would just run into stuff because she started just kind of being a dog again, like running around and stuff, and all of a sudden just bam, bam,
Feel awful.
feel awful,
Yeah.
and did you and also into your legs too, just
Thank you. I was just going
It
to
was
add
painful.
that. Yeah.
It's very painful. I took some shots to the shin. Took a lot of shots from Sugar.
Well, Sugar's big.
Yeah.
Bullet's not big. It doesn't hurt me. It hurts my soul that he's running into me. Like, come on.
Figure it out. Come on, Bullet.
When
Anyway.
when they get it off, oh wow.
Yeah,
That's
gonna
a-
be
that's
nice.
a
It's gonna be
fun
good. It's
feeling.
Friday.
What if we had to
Friday's
wear a cone for a week? It bothers.
interesting?
I
It'd be
wouldn't do
interesting.
well. I wouldn't do
Yeah.
well with that.
No. Get some ibuprofen ready over there, Bennett.
Uh-oh.
Tooth flared up.
right now it
You just
did.
never know when it's going to happen either.
No.
You were right. You had an issue like that, kind of?
Well, I've had an issue before. I'm calling for a root canal.
That's what you think's going
I'm
on?
calling for a root canal.
Okay.
Dennis,
You
chime
seem
in, but-
okay with this, by the way. That he said that usually terrifies people
No.
about root canal.
It's time to pay the piper.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. I mean, they're not going to give me anything that I can't handle because I'm mentally ready. Like
Yeah.
what they say, I got to tear all your teeth out. I'll say, well,
Is this what it was like when you were
about
when you were
time.
boxing? Looked across the ring like, I don't care what's coming out of that corner. I'm ready for it. Is that the same thing? I see it the same.
roughly.
Yes.
I mean, come on. It's time to pay the piper. And it's time to get you my ibuprofen. I'm not joking.
Yeah.
around.
He's not. He's got. You got Ben. Do you have it?
Over
It's
there
right
to the
there.
side, yeah.
He's got
I
it.
took some yesterday too.
Hmm.
I had a headache.
Yeah.
A little
It's a good
different.
This is really idle
a little
chit chat
different
at this
than the
point.
the gummy.
You had a
got there,
headache.
Yeah. It was rough.
What was it? 1 to 10.
7.
Oh, good.
I don't get headaches very often. That's why it's a big deal. I don't get headaches. Probably about 5 times a year I get a headache.
That's on Elizabeth.
Yeah, sure.
I'm joking, Elizabeth. God bless you.
That's good. That's I don't
How many
chit chat.
ibuprofen
Anything
did you
else?
take? How many
Well, I've been told by a pharmacist the most you should take is 4. If you take more than 4,
What if you take 8, but it's over a day?
well, that's
period?
fine. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, say
You can take 4 about every 4 hours.
yes,
or so.
that's
4
correct.
every
Yep.
4.
If you take it like 8 on your first dosage, that's a little bit of a problem.
Yeah.
But
Just so
8
you know, they tear your stomach up a little
it
bit.
sure
too.
does.
Yeah. If all of a sudden you're going like, my stomach does not feel good, that'll happen.
Yep.
There's one thing that my 14 ACT did was help me prepare for med school.
You seem awfully versed
Versed
in
in
the
this,
medical
yeah,
field.
Very
medical
wise.
field, yes.
Very wise.
All right, let's talk sports.
That's Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by our friends at Newton's Lawn Care. Please call or text Andrew at 402-440-6297 for all your lawn care needs this summer and fall. In the garage this morning or
What's
not?
that? He's out today.
Out
He's
today.
out. He's out
Okay.
today.
Out.
Yeah. He knew we had a good day to work like that. There's some chances, maybe some weather coming in. That's what Andrew
Ooh.
felt. So we wanted to stay ahead of it. He's putting down a lot of fertilizer. So he wants to make sure he stays ahead of it.
There's a
So,
chance.
yeah, so he's on the hop with that one. There was some weather in Nebraska last night, but
I
never
think Central Nebraska. got
Central
some
Nebraska
weather.
got it. Central City,
Did you get it?
central part of the
Did you get
state.
it? I wonder if
Yes.
Columbus got anything.
We'll have to check and
No.
see. Check and see in that. So we
go.
mentioned this at the end of the show yesterday. I saw the report from Brett McMurphy of the Action Network that was talking about Florida State and what their options might be if they were to leave the ACC. The report says, I'll remind you from yesterday, that the Big Ten, per sources, and the SEC are both unlikely to add Florida State should they leave the ACC due to it not making financial sense. They don't want to expand. And, quote, they've been a disruptive partner in their current league regarding Florida State and where they might go. But it sounds like, per yesterday, the Big Ten and SEC, as of right now, would not be options for Florida State.
You never know what's going to happen with that. But to start off with one item, when you are the university that is suing your own conference for something that you signed, that
disruptive.
right away.
It's kinda
Right
disruptive.
away, it's kind of like, hang on now.
You're a disruptive partner.
Let's push back on this. So I can see why the SEC and Big Ten are maybe like pausing, that press pause. Now, just because they press pause doesn't mean they'll also snap out of that and
Right.
press play.
Well, I think what would have to happen for that to happen is that the ACC would have to blow up. Now, if the ACC blows up, then all these teams are going to be sitting there. The SEC and the Big Ten are going to have to act. Now, who would they act upon? I don't know. If the ACC doesn't blow up and Florida State leaves, then it might not have a landing spot. Or maybe it's the Big 12.
Big 12 seems like an option. Yormark wants to expand more.
Would the
seems-
Big 12 want Florida State?
Is there a Big 12 now? Is it 16?
16
correct?
teams.
I'm telling you, once you go over 16, I think even 16 is large. It's really hard to call it a conference
It is.
when you don't play each other. It's
So
like
would you have,
it's like, hey, we haven't played those guys for 4 years.
you have to add 2, then you're at 18.
18.
Right.
And then if you would add Florida State and Clemson, a lot of Big 12 teams are like, okay, here we go. Clemson, Florida State are going to come in and think they're going to run this show. And they probably would try. So again, disruptive partner. Florida State, this is an interesting story. Now he's quoting, he's just anonymous quoting.
Unnamed sources.
It's just unnamed sources throughout. So you never know exactly what to expect.
Can you imagine
that.
if you sued to get out of your conference and you win? and then no one takes
and then
you.
no one takes you.
That would be
that's what we're
Congratulations, now
talking
where you
about.
go.
that would be the most awkward thing ever.
Right. That's the possibility that's raised in this very interesting, provocative. This is a very provocative article. I mean, he quoted what? How many, Dick? 10 college football. What's he say here? Hold on a second. 10 college football figures. Here's what he said. Oh yeah, here's what he said. This is Brett McMurphy. Action Network contacted more than a dozen individuals, including university presidents, conference personnel, athletic directors, network executives, and consultants. So, I mean, now nobody is named, which always is a little bit shaky to me when it's like that. But I mean, it's certainly provocative. Like what Bill said is the bottom line. Wow, Florida State soon to get out of its conference, maybe wins the suit and doesn't have a landing spot. Then what?
It would be a remarkable
story.
Scene of events. What else is crazy about when you talk about the power of football, when all this realignment stuff is being talked about, all that's talked about is football. Basketball is hardly even talked about. It's football.
Just a little bit basketball.
A little bit of basketball. A little bit of basketball.
Bitty.
And that's it.
Yep.
And there is no conversation like, well,
no,
that the SEC has made baseball they're so dominant, but there's still no one's talking about about we need to bring these guys in because of their baseball program. That's not what it is. It's all based on football only. So Clemson and Florida State obviously has a great brand, but right now it just keeps trending that there's no place for them to go.
Right. Unless, I mean, the important distinction to make is if the ACC would blow up, then there's probably I think, okay, if the ACC would blow up, those teams are going to have to go somewhere, and the SEC and the Big Ten are probably going to have to say, okay, how are we going to do this? If the ACC doesn't blow up, the other interesting part of the article is, at least the article makes it sound like the Big Ten and the SEC don't really want to expand. The Big Ten's not interested in expanding, according to a source. The SEC's Sankey said it 17 times yesterday. We're fine at 16. I don't think those conferences are, and God bless America on that. I'm glad. I don't want there to be more expansion. I like it.
Just imagine your league. It's already coast to coast. We got Oregon and Florida State in the same conference.
The Big Ten.
Silly.
Yeah. Can you imagine that? Imagine what that would even be like.
You already have 18 teams in this conference. The Big Ten is 18 teams.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
So you're going to go to 20, and like Bill said, it's really not a conference at that point. It's not congenial. I mean, congenial, is that the word? Whatever. It's not. You don't have a sense of togetherness. Like Sankey said, we are contiguous, and there's strength in that. And they feel a bond, they feel strength, and they want to keep it that way. Now, adding Florida State would do that. Adding Clemson would do that.
Well, it's the same thing with football we talked about. And then everyone made a very smart comments you guys did on the Big Ten, the lower half in football. And they're like, hey, they're pretty good. But their brand isn't. Their logo isn't. There's only one kind of slow logo, not slow, but not great logo in the SEC, and that's Vanderbilt. It's the only one.
Kind of a lesser logo.
A lesser one, you kind of say, okay, football, where you can say, well, Rutgers has been pretty good, but their logo doesn't bring that. That doesn't have the same power. Oh. The SEC is so powerful. They got 16, and it's like, yeah.
They're all pretty powerful.
People are going like, yeah, Missouri, because people dogged on Missouri for a lot of years here. A lot of years. Right now, they won 11 last year, and they're bringing back a loaded team, and they think they're going to start 7-0. And so my point is the power that they have there. They're going, why would we need to bring 2 more in?
I know.
Why would we need
they're saying they don't, which is, again, heartening.
Hypothetically, if somehow the SEC were to change their mind and would bring in Florida State and Clemson possibly and go away from the 16, get to 18.
Okay.
Now imagine that conference. It's already hard enough to win. You got Georgia up there. I mean, all the great teams. And then you had 2 teams that have had very good success over the last 10 years,
you're right.
plus years in college football. It becomes an impossible conference to win.
It becomes impossible. They're going to be getting
diabolical.
6 teams would be getting into the playoffs if you add Florida State.
Seriously.
You have to add basically about 6
half
teams have
of the
to get
12 in the SEC.
Probably what they don't want. I mean, it seems like, and this is, now listen, let's be very clear on this. This is not Greg Sankey's decision. This is presidents and chancellor's decision, but they don't seem to have a big appetite for that expansion.
It is just a bizarro situation with the grant of rights that was signed to 2036. And so they're going to be roughly 30 to 40 million behind the other
Big Ten and SEC. Yeah.
A year,
which is incredible.
Per year.
That's
how
significant.
far behind.
That matters.
Man.
Oh,
and then now
matters.
now you can spend 22 million of your own money on NIL.
Oh,
and
yeah,
now it's going to be like, where's this money coming from? How they're like, we can't keep up. We cannot keep up.
What a story. Because it's easy to understand Florida State's concern. But Florida State, if you've noticed, is much more vocal and obsessive about it than Clemson. So
you do not hear Clemson. They're doing the same. And also I
think they're just more tactful about it.
I wish I would have heard this thing a little bit closer, but I listened to it on where these trials are being set.
Yeah. I don't know.
Are
there actual trials?
Or where it's going to be heard, where these cases are going to be heard, and what state will they be heard? Because the laws are different.
Right.
In what state? Now, if this goes out of my, it's going to shock you. This is out of my law wheelhouse. It was very interesting to hear about
for this.
Yeah, it would be nice.
There are a lot of attorneys involved that are making a lot of money on this. A
Imagine
lot of billable hours.
Billable hours are insane right now.
They're insane.
Every day they're going to be going like, do you write those down? Do you write
those guys making a mint?
Hey, send that over to him real quick.
Right.
So we're not going to hold off to the end on this. We're going to need some payment as we're going.
Oh, there's firms that are racking up huge billable hours, and that's whatever. I mean, that's fine. That's what
North Carolina's potentially on the move too, but they're just sitting tight. They're just like, let's just kind of let. I think they understand if the other two, if it implodes and the other two get out, that it's just going to crumble. So they may have a chance to get out without causing any sort of a stir.
I am cheering for the ACC to stay intact. I'm cheering for the lawyers on the side of that.
Agreed. We 3 conferences?
Yeah.
The big 3?
Right.
Now all of a sudden the big 2?
Now, I have family in the Florida State family, so I always am careful. I choose my words carefully. But Bennett, Marty's son, is the one who said, and he lives in Houston. And when we had our luncheon, he said Florida State fans are obsessive. They're obsessive about getting out. That's disruption. Obsessive people are disruptive. They're disruptive.
It would be very difficult to be the head coach at Florida State.
Why?
Just for that reason.
Yeah,
how's the team looking? What's going on here? What's our chances? Whatever it is, you're talking about NIL at that. Right. When the main conversation, what's going on with the lawsuit? Mm-hmm. Are you guys getting out? 100. You guys are way behind 2036. What are we going to do? How are we going to keep up?
Could affect your fundraising.
Could affect everything. But every day, that's one of your number one people. They'll ask the players. Like you said, like at media day, they'll ask them, hey, now you guys are in a situation. How are you guys handling? The players are going to be like, well, we don't worry about that. It doesn't affect us. Mm-hmm. But they'll get asked. But they'll get asked. Now, if I'm a current player, they're kind of going like, this does not affect me. No. By the time this ever gets worked out, whatever the plan is, I'll be gone. I won't be here anymore.
Yeah, I'd have to look to see what timetables are on this. Like when could it actually go to trial? I don't know that. I think we're thinking about it. You're dealing with a settlement at some point. But yeah, it's just crazy. It's craziness because they're trying to tear apart language in a contract. I mean, they're just trying to find little loopholes, just anything.
Loopholes is the key word. Yep.
Yeah.
There's not and there's not a slam dunk one. They would have found that. So. They'd have found that about 2 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
About 2 years ago, they're kind of like, no, not really going to happen. There's probably going to be a judge that's going to kind of look at him and go, yes, you can leave. It'll cost you $500 million.
And I think
that's what it's going to be for you. You can pay the price to leave.
I believe that I've read this, that there is an actual grant of rights that has terms, spelled out. But you can't remove it from this area that it's in. So the lawyers have to descend upon this one building.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You send that over. Nope. No, it's like the Declaration of Independence. Right. You want to see the original?
Yeah, you got to go see it. You got to come and see it.
Yeah,
wherever that is.
Wherever that is.
You know where it's at.
It is. It's in. And you go in there and it's like, hey, no phones, no anything. You can go in there. It's incredible.
Yeah, it is really. I mean, it'd be really interesting to delve into it. If you guys just turned me loose for a month and to really delve into it, it'd be an interesting story to do.
It'll be a giant. This is another incredible 10 years from now. This will be incredible 30 for 30.
It'll
be a big story. of how things changed.
I mean, there is this very plausible scenario that Florida State just has to stay in the ACC.
And it all happened off of one thing. All of a sudden, just one day we woke up in Texas and Oklahoma. It's like, you know what? We're out of here.
Yep, 2021.
And then what happened then? All of a sudden, USC, UCLA, boom, gone. Then they tried to hold the Pac-12 together. Then they had a conference call to talk about the Apple potential doing the Apple TV. And they got on the conference call, and Washington and Oregon did not pick. Washington, Oregon, are you there? Are you there? They didn't even get on the call because they were gone too. So everybody started going.
Kliakov dragged his feet. He did. Dragged his feet.
And now
do you remember the stories, whether they were true or which there's probably some truth, but they talked about that Phil Knight basically flew to the Big Ten. That's what it was. That was reported that he flew to the Big Ten saying, we want in. We won in. The next year they got in. He's worth $45 billion. How about your NIL?
Speaking of Phil Knight, yesterday at Media Day, SEC Media Days, day 2, Kirby Smart was at the podium for Georgia, and he referred to Phil Knight. He said, "I wish I could get some of that NIL money that Phil Knight is giving Dan Lanning at Oregon."
Who said that?
Kirby Smart said that at the podium yesterday in Dallas for SEC Media Days. He referred to Phil Knight. He said, quote, "I wish I could get some of that NIL money that Phil Knight is giving Dan Lanning."
That's kind of tacky.
He said that at the podium.
Kirby, that's a little tacky. Don't do that. No. See, Saban would never do that. Or would he do that?
I don't think he would.
I don't know.
Didn't he get in a spat with somebody?
I always say the same things. Yeah, him and Jimba. They got in a huge
public spat.
NIL spat, basically, of how things were going. But
I think it was mainly Jimba being out of line, though.
It was the back and forth. But anyway, it's going to come down to the advantages are there. When you have when your number one booster is worth $45 billion. So just think if they're worth $45 billion, just how much. So they're talking about, okay, we need 23 million a year to do this. He made that today.
Yeah,
he made. He can make that in a couple days.
I don't know if we can pay this receiver.
We
can.
And we don't even know it's gone.
Right.
His wife's probably not home going, hang on now. Hang on. Let me check the checkbook here. Where's that money coming from? We got to tighten things up here a little bit.
Anyway, yeah. Kirby said that on the podium.
Kirby referred to Phil Knight on the podium and said, I'm jealous of what Oregon has with the NIL money, basically, yesterday. I'm sure they could make a lot of money NIL in Georgia. They're doing just fine. But not Oregon good in terms of what Phil Knight can provide.
But like I said, why I mentioned again, it's the most anticipated college football season in the history of college football.
It will be beautiful.
With these storylines going on, the expanded playoffs, the teams are going to be in this.
Seriously.
Then the SEC will be, like I said, there'll be 6-7 teams alive almost to the last weekend that will have a chance to get in. There'll be 4 to 5 Big Ten teams alive right till the very end of what's going to happen. Yeah. And so it's just good. And then the championship games, every one of them just became incredible. Yep. The Big 12 championship game, incredible to buy. It became whoever it is, it just became incredible.
It's going to be a great season. It's July 17th. It's almost here.
Also, this is exciting in terms of people going to games and showing up still. This is from our friend Ross Dellinger, who's at Media Days also in SEC. He says, Josh Heupel, Tennessee coach, said Tennessee has a season ticket waiting list of 15,000 right now.
Whoa.
15,000 season
they
ticket
seat over 100.
List.
They seat over 100.
Seat over 100.
Think about that for a second. Tennessee is filling it to the brims, and there's a big wait list. 15,000.
There's discussion. The biggest game in the history of Oklahoma football, as far as anticipation, is this year. It's Tennessee coming to Oklahoma.
Whoa.
Imagine some of those games that are now going to happen. Where all of a sudden you see where Texas is going, you see where
Tennessee's going to Oklahoma.
If you want to read an interesting story, read the story about Georgia going to play at Texas, because the schedule matches up with a Formula One race in Austin, and nobody can get there's not a hotel room within 2.5-3 hours of Austin.
Oh boy.
Because the Formula One had been set for quite some time.
Fascinating.
And so now it's
fascinating. And it's not like Austin has a shortage of hotels.
No, you're one of the most incredible cities and people and Georgia fans are livid because they can't get in.
3 hours.
So they'll be staying.
What would you recommend?
They'll be staying in Dallas. They'll stay in Dallas and have to try to get down there. They'll find a way. I'll tell you one thing Georgia won't do. Their fans will not be going like, well, I'm not going to that game. I'm not going. I got to drive an extra 2 hours. Screw that. No, they'll be there.
Maybe bring a tent.
But imagine the excitement.
Campground.
Imagine the excitement in Austin.
I can
Georgia
imagine
coming to town, and you have the Formula One. And I don't understand Formula One quite. The popularity.
Open wheel.
The popularity is insane.
It's big.
I think it's open
big.
wheel. Is that right, Jake?
I cannot confirm that, but
I
know
believe that's correct.
Bennett,
they had a track around the Dolphin Stadium, Hard Rock Stadium, and that was absolutely packed with people.
It's become a
year or two ago.
It's a who's who. Shaq shows up for things like this.
Oh yeah, huge names show up.
Yeah, this is a who's who. Formula One.
You mentioned Tennessee, Oklahoma. That is the kind of matchup that we're going to get regularly now, and it's incredible.
All of a sudden, who do you got this week? Oh, we got what?
Yeah, Heupel going into.
Norman. Oh yeah, but that's you know what? I appreciate those guys for scheduling that non-conference. It's not. It's conference game. Wow.
Tennessee, Oklahoma. Those colors.
When you go through those games that they have, it's just
whoa.
It's big time.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
We're talking sports.
We are talking sports.
Sports. We'll have a lot to talk about.
It's gonna be a busy season for us.
Yeah,
busy football season. Before we get to break, if you're hungry for breakfast or brunch, where should you go, Bill?
Early bird
at 19th and K. They've got everything from breakfast burritos to French toast, chicken fried steak. How about cinnamon roll pancakes and hash holes?
Hash hole.
That's a breakfast appetizer.
Oh man,
it's very good.
The early bird gets the
pancake. It's on the side of the building.
It's on the side of the building.
Incredibly obnoxious.
I tell you
Just
what.
Trying to wake you up.
How about them being now the new #1 breakfast place in Lincoln?
In Lincoln,
they've just taken it over.
So what's going to happen next?
What's
Midwest?
Get that
Midwest? Yeah, the whole.
They're going to take over.
The country.
Albion, be alert for an early bird coming your way. Kind of lock in on that. Lock in on that.
And there's parking.
Free parking.
Free parking. Incredible
Lots
parking.
of parking and free.
That's big. That's big. I'm serious.
It helps a ton. We have a really big live remote coming from there in August.
We're
trying to get all 4 of the boroughs there. That's what we're trying to get done.
We'll have them on.
Yes.
Joe, if Joe comes, we'll have him on.
We'll come on the show.
We'll squeeze him in.
We get him on.
We'll squeeze him in.
Yeah. We'll get Jimmy's fun to talk to because Jimmy's from Mississippi. Jimmy's a lot of fun.
Still has the drawl.
Exactly.
Never lost it.
Never lost it. It still stays the same.
And Jamie never has much to say. That's the thing. Jamie talks your ear off.
He's great to talk to. I love talking.
Being facetious.
Yeah, you're a nut.
Oh, crazy nut.
Oh, you wearing pants.
Dentist appointment today.
I got this.
6 locations, 3 in Omaha, 1 in Lincoln at 19th and K, also some in Iowa. Early bird, the place for breakfast, brunch, and lunch, 6:30 to 2:30 daily. Sean Callahan is next on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit Huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Vershawn Jackson, the captain here for the Body Shop. And man, did they hook me up with a great massage recently. The captain has a lot of stress in his life, as many people do. And for 1 hour, it was all relief. The team at the Body Shop gave me a deep tissue massage that hit every area that I was in pain at. Whether you're looking for a Swedish massage, sports massage, deep tissue, hot stone, aroma, or more, there's only one place to go. The Body Shop at 48th NA. Book an appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in July. Try any of their delicious breakfast burritos or sandwiches for a great summer breakfast with the family. And don't forget, 10% of all Karma Latte sales go to the Pediatric Cancer Action Network. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
At Doane University, we build leaders. And that means your success and achievements come first.
At Doane University, your future is uniquely yours. And our world-class liberal arts education is just the beginning.
We invite you to schedule your campus visit and experience why Doane University will start you on your journey to your future career.
Learn more by scheduling your personal campus visit today at doane.edu/visit. See you soon.
Summer is here, and it's time for Acres postseason planter parts sale. Save big on all in-stock John Deere planter parts. Get an automatic 10% off on your purchase, or get 15% off when you spend $5,000 or more. Buy over $10,000 and get a whopping 20% off. Visit your local Acres location today and stock up on planter parts and save thousands. Hurry, this sale ends July 31st or while supplies last. Acres, solutions for every field.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we're expecting mainly sunny skies and light winds with an afternoon high around 83. Tonight, mostly clear and calm, low around 58. And tomorrow, shaping up to be a near repeat of today with mainly sunny skies, light winds, and an afternoon high around 83. Meteorologist Kyle Clifford from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from a program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey, Nebraska! Registration is officially closed for the 40th Annual Cornhusker State Games, taking place July 11th through the 21st in Lincoln, Omaha, and other Nebraska communities. The Cornhusker State Games will feature 70 sports for athletes of all ages and abilities. If you didn't sign up but want to follow along for results or watch the action yourself, go to cornhuskerstategames.com. Thanks to our partners, Nebraska Orthopedic Center, Pepsi Cola, Nebraska Medical Association, and Farmers Mutual of Nebraska.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
24/7 threat monitoring, expert tech support, streamlined communications. Allo has a solution for that. Protect your business with Allo Business. Comprehensive firewall security, Microsoft Teams voice-integrated communications, cybersecurity and IT support managed by experts. From productivity to peace of mind, Allo has a solution for that. Allo means business. Protect your business by visiting allofiber.com/business.
This. Anybody who knows me knows I was cocky out of the womb.
Is Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Next week, Nebraska at the podium in Indianapolis for Big Ten Media Days already. That's a week from today, Sip. You'll be out there.
Oh, boy.
I'll be out there.
A week from today?
A week from today, Nebraska is at the podium. Second day of Media Days in Indianapolis.
Uh-huh.
We're joined now by your colleague, Husker Online, Sean Callahan. Sean, good morning. Hard to believe we're just a week away already from Nebraska Media Days, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. Where the summer go? But, guys, I'm excited. It's going to be fun to get out to Indy here next week.
Troy Dannon likely will be there. Troy Dannon is Nebraska's first-year AD, in his first year as AD. If you were to ask him a question or two, what would you fire off right away, Sean Callahan?
Well, I mean, the first thing, just new business, would be the question about the grass.
Right.
You know, because that obviously, I mean, we knew it was on the radar from just previous conversations we've had with him and Matt Rule, but that was a pretty firm date he shared with Mitch Sherman, that 2026. I mean, just kind of get some more clarification on that, because that's a big deal. I mean, Nebraska has had turf, in 69 or 70 in the stadium, and making that switch would be a significant one here. So that'd probably be, I think, one of the bigger headlines you'd get, along with some of the future NIL and Revs shared things that we, have learned about here in the last few months of college athletics.
Okay.
Sean, this past week in Nebraska added former Leeds Summit North head coach Jamar Mosey to the staff as a senior football assistant. How many more coaches do you think they might add in this new age of college football?
Well, I think it won't be as much necessarily just adding a lot of new people. I think you're going to see just reassignments and new titles on staffs where, as far as guys on the field, you might see people like Adam DeMichael's one. I expect him to have a completely new title, and he'll be on the field coaching players. And he's done that at previous places. So you're going to see some of these types of things on the staff now at Nebraska. But, yeah, you'll see probably 3, 4, 5 potential new people added, as coaches. And Ira Savage Lewis is one that they just recently added as a graduate assistant, and he'll be on the field, former NFL defensive lineman. So you're going to see a few of those things, but I think this one with Mosey is as significant as the ones they're going to bring in.
So Ira Savage Lewis, they add him as a GA. You think that was just a temporary thing, that he will have a GA tag removed and he'll now be just an assistant coach?
Well, GAs can be on the field.
Right.
So I don't know how that's going to – it used to be a big deal to have the GA tag, because those were the guys that were allowed to be on the field, and that was it. Analysts and quality controls, technically, as we use that term loosely, could not be on the field and in coaching. So that's why that GA tag was so big, because those were the only additional people besides the position coaches. Now, as you guys know, it won't matter. So, yeah, you could theoretically toss GA tags on some guys. I mean, you remember back in the day, and Coach Busch they'd hire guys like Dan McLaughlin was a grown man as a graduate. I think they put a rule in that you had to be you couldn't be a certain age anymore to be a GA, because teams had to hire guys that were in their 50s and put a GA title on them just so they could be on the field.
We had Matt Davison on here. I know we're bouncing around, Sean. Just stick with us. We had Matt Davison in here yesterday. Matt Davison, the president of NIL Nebraska, talking about August 3rd when they have this practice that's open to the public for $25 a head. What kind of crowd are you expecting?
I think it's going to be pretty good. I've not gotten a ticket number. I've put a request in to kind of get an idea where it's at as far as what they've sold from the university. But I mean, I think it's going to keep pushing. They'll take sales, I read yesterday, all the way up until the day before. So there's time for people to kind of make a last minute decision. I mean, you can put a ticket order in until Friday, the day before the practice takes place. But I think at least 5,000 is a safe bet, but I think it's going to be more than that when it's all said and done. Because that is the time of year where there's hope, there's optimism, there's a craving to know what's going on, and a curiosity to learn more about this football team.
What number would surprise you, though, Sean? I mean, 5,000 low. We said maybe up to 20,000 possibly. What would stun you for that practice?
I think over 20 would be like stunning. You got to remember, a spring game used to be like $10 and free for kids. I mean, this is a lot more than that, and it's a practice. So and I don't think the marketing and the knowledge of this is the same as a spring game. But that's a Saturday, so I do think it makes a lot of sense. And then I would imagine if you have young ones, after this thing's over, there'll probably be plenty of opportunity to talk to players, get pictures, and do things that are cool. I mean, to me, for $25, it's a great experience for little ones that can't maybe make a game. And sometimes a practice like this might be easier to take your young kids to than sitting through an entire game day of 85,000, 90,000 people.
Sean, Bill Busch, 93.7 The Ticket. The question I wanted to ask what your number was when we had Matt on yesterday. I figured that 5,000 really doesn't draw much attention nationally. 10 is interesting. If you ever get to 20, then you're going to be a lead story. And during a very downtime, there'll be drone pictures of practice. They'll have, but it could be a huge help in recruiting because of seeing the fandom that they get that many people come. What do you think it would take? Because the guy said, I think your number's pretty accurate, that 5 to 10, but I don't know if that stirs it up nationally. What do you think it would take to get that to really get attention for future recruits?
Yeah, I think you're on par. 20,000. I mean, that would be outstanding. And I'm trying to think. That's a Saturday, but could you get recruits there? Is that the dead period? Can you have unofficials on campus in August? The calendar changes a lot over the years.
It does change. I'm not sure. I just know if I'm a potential student athlete, and I'm looking at that, and they're like, they just got to look at this picture of this practice.
Yeah,
this is unreal. There's
25,000
people there, yeah. And it's like I think Sean hit on something really good. Is that there'll probably be opportunities, almost like a fan day, but a better one because you get to watch them practice. I would bet there's probably some interaction afterwards. You're going to be able to see things a lot better. Myself, Sean, I think it's better than a spring game. That's myself. Nope. That's me.
No question. And they're not. I mean, it's a practice. They're going to rerun and stuff. Get ready for a game. For the start of the season. I mean, yeah, it's a great idea. And I think this is just the tip of the iceberg of things that they're going to be able to do with this 1890 relationship to raise money, not just for football, basketball, other sports, volleyball, where, you can put a price tag. Like Nebraska, you can't even get to a Nebraska volleyball game. It's a hard ticket to get. If you did something like this for volleyball, you'd probably sell it out pretty quickly too.
Sean, regarding recruiting, Nebraska adds number 16 commit for 2025 and defensive back Bryson Weber from Texas. Who else was after him? Who they beat out for Bryson Weber?
TCU, Baylor. He
Utah.
Took
Sean.
He took 5 official visits, guys. I mean, he had a full plate, and Nebraska got him on his final visit. He took his last trip to Lincoln, so they did a really good job recruiting this kid. 6'3", lengthy corner. I know we have him as a high 3-star. I think one of the services has him as a 4-star. So yeah, he's the perfect kind of corner you want in terms of the length and the body size that they're looking for at that position. Kind of fits that Bly Hill mold. And we've seen them, at least Tony White's defense, go to these bigger corners and defensive backs here. Just with some of the guys they're bringing in, like Sierra Wright's a bigger guy now. So Tommy Hill's a big guy. So I think he fits that style player.
Yeah, I love it. He's damn near 6'3", Sean. Bryson Weber. Okay, Gilbert, Iowa linebacker Will Hawthorne. Chances to land him?
I think it's pretty high. Low-profile guy in terms of the attention that he wants. This is a battle between Iowa State and Nebraska. Gilbert, Iowa is next to Ames. You're probably asking why is Iowa not on him? Well, Iowa had 2 linebacker spots, and they filled up immediately. So the Hawkeyes aren't in the picture on this one. This is a kid that was in the finals of the 100-meter dash in the state of Iowa. So really big, athletic kid, well over 200 pounds that can run, I believe in a 10.9, even 10.8 type range, 100. He came to camp, and they worked him out live, and they just loved this guy. And that's when the offer came from Nebraska. They had always liked him before camp, but when he showed up, that really verified the kind of prospect they thought he is, just with his speed and athletic ability.
Sean, always good stuff. Thanks for the time. We'll see you next week in Indianapolis.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Sean Callahan there.
Indianapolis. Oh, yeah, I did film up Bryson Weber. Did I tell you that? Oh, yeah, I did. Boundary corner. That's right.
It's a boundary. Yeah. It seemed to the field is just misaligned. They'll get it fixed. Tony will get that straightened out.
I'll talk to Tony.
Yeah, talk to him. Yeah.
He'll console 9-1, Tony.
The ball's in the middle of the field. Where's he go, Steve?
Middle of the field?
Yeah, where's he go?
I just going to the ball.
I don't know. Line up on one side, the other ball's.
Oh no! I get the eye roll from Bill,
but he's a physical corner. He's
boundary.
Boundary physical corner. Comes up and hits you. You can cover a little bit too. He's 6'3". I mean, I'm not joking around when I say, give me 6'3" corners all day long. All day long. Tommy Hill, not 6'3". Tommy's probably 6'1", would you say?
6'6". Good size corner. Yeah. I think Tommy will have a great year.
Before we get to break, segment 2 always sponsored by our friends at Beck's Hybrids. Are
Beck's.
you needing a new tractor or side-by-side to elevate your operation, or maybe a boat or a golf simulator when you want to relax a little bit? Beck's Commitment Rewards program offers huge savings and interest-free financing on all these items and more. To learn more, go to beckshybrids.com, and remember the 3 F's: faith, family, and farming.
I want to thank Trevor. Trevor sent me a photo yesterday of a meeting he was at, and guess who was there? Sonny. He sent me a photo of Sonny, and he looked.
Did you look at it?
Did I look at the photo for an hour? I couldn't get mesmerized by him. The guy's running the largest seed company in the world, and he's running it from Indiana, from up in a tower.
Did Trevor have to go to Indiana?
With that, I believe it was in Indiana. Trevor, get back to me on that, where he saw Sonny live, but it was. I don't even know what you say. It'd be like having like Ralph Lauren walk by, and you're in the clothing.
Lauren,
you're in the clothing. You're in the clothing business. All of a sudden, it's like, oh, Ralph's here.
That's Ralph.
That
would freak you.
That's freaky.
Ralph.
That would freak me out on the elevator with me. Like, whoa! Imagine getting on the elevator. All of a sudden, you're going up. All of a sudden, ding, stops, and Sonny walks on. Would you say anything?
No.
You just look straight forward, don't you?
Yeah.
Look straight ahead.
I don't know.
Be cool.
Yeah. Be cool.
I'd have to think about it.
Yeah. Or did you say something like that? Just something like, appreciate what you do, Sonny, as you walk out. That'd be about it. Big fan, walk out the door. That'd be about. So have a plan. When you meet someone famous like Sonny, have a plan.
It's a good idea.
Don't just all of a sudden freak out.
Don't freak out.
Don't freak out.
Don't be a bumbling idiot.
No, it's like when I was Billy Joel, I was in the elevator with him in New York City.
Did you freak out or not?
What's that? Well, I was playing it cool, and I was like, okay, I kind of need to somehow get this guy's autograph or something, or at least say something. And then a guy in the corner just freaked out in the elevator, started yelling like, "Saw you in Elton in Philly, it's incredible." It's like right away, it's like no. Everybody's like, "Be cool, man."
No, don't do that.
Was he cool?
He was in a tux. He looked really good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm inclined not to talk to him. That's my.
I think if you just give him kind of the nod, like,
yeah,
appreciate you.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, thank you. They're
There
like, thank you.
There you go.
Yeah.
Beck's Hybrids.
Good talk.
Mailbag and song of the day is next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Have you been accused of a crime? Is your freedom at stake? At Liberty Law Group, we are committed to the defense of liberty for those accused. Facing criminal charges is stressful, overwhelming, and full of uncertainty. At Liberty Law Group, we believe in treating every person with respect, compassion, and understanding. When legal troubles are keeping you up at night, trust Liberty Law Group to fight your battles. To learn more, call 877-42-LIBERTY. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
All right, it's time for Final Jeopardy. It's been a tight contest today that all comes down to this final question. No summer picnic or family get-together or trip to the lake is complete without this particular item. Let's go first to Bob.
What is beer?
No, that's not it. Think about the kids. Over to you, Farley.
What is corn on the cob?
Tough to grill that on a boat. Wrong again. Grace, this time for the win.
What is Bure's cheese spread?
We have a winner! Bure's cheese spread, available in most local grocers in Nebraska.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Kim with Midwest Bank. We know there is more to your business than numbers and spreadsheets. For us at Midwest Bank, the people who make up a business matter most. We believe in getting to know you and your business and providing customized banking solutions that help protect your business and help it grow. Schedule a free consultation with us today. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium Saturday night, August 3rd. That's huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
Several irrigation contractors in Lincoln go out of business every year, leaving sprinkler system orphans begging for service. The folks at Judson Irrigation shed a tear for these little fellas. They've been coddling these orphans for more than 40 years. From redesign, repairing, replacing, and restoring, remember the Judson Irrigation Orphanage.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Have an anniversary coming up? I've got you covered. Celebrate your love with the timeless elegance of jewelry. This anniversary, give the gift of sapphires, emeralds, rubies, or gold. Find the perfect piece that reflects the beauty and depth of your commitment. Whether it's your first anniversary or your 50th, surprise your loved one with a gem as beautiful and rare as she is. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we're expecting mainly sunny skies and light winds with an afternoon high around 83. Tonight, mostly clear and calm, low around 58. And tomorrow, shaping up to be a near repeat of today with mainly sunny skies, light winds, and an afternoon high around 83. Meteorologist Kyle Clifford for 93.7 Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Doane University, we build leaders, and that means your success and achievements come first.
At Doane University, your future is uniquely yours, and our world-class liberal arts education is just the beginning.
We invite you to schedule your campus visit and experience why Doane University will start you on your journey to your future career.
Learn more by scheduling your personal campus visit today at doane.edu/visit. See you soon.
Man, we sure have had quite a bit of severe weather this spring and summer. Tell me about it. My roof is in shambles. The side of my house has hail damage, and I don't have time to deal with insurance companies right now. Wait, Rico, you haven't talked to my guys at Coalition Restoration yet? They deal with commercial and residential roofing services, hail damage, and best of all, they'll work with the insurance companies to make your life easier. Okay, what's the first step? All you got to do is give them a call today for a free assessment at 402-416-8186. Coalition Restoration in Lincoln and online at coalitionrestoration.com.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
The next generation of Huskers starts now. Join the official Kids Club of Nebraska Athletics today to score access to select home games, a discount at the team store, and endless Husker spirit. The free JV team gets you started with a game credential. Upgrade to the $35 Lil Huskers membership for a welcome box and VIP Lil Huskers experiences. Fuel your Husker spirit. Join the Kids Club today at huskers.com/kidsclub. Go Big Red.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're a big tough? If you're a big tough guy this morning,
but you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
He stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Again, your song of the day from 1978. Fool If You Think It's Over. Chris Rea. 464-56851 is bad. 10 is good. Text your rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers song of the day.
There's an incredible line in that song that I don't know if he even fits in the song. I think it came to him. He said, I just got to work this in somehow. Newborn's eyes always cry with pain. First look at the morning sun.
That is good.
It's a really good line. It's a really good line.
I'm not sure if it fits.
I don't know if
you got it in there. It's
I think
nice
he
job.
thought of it on the beach or something. So I'm going to get this in a song. But anyway, no, that's 70s gold. That's absolute 70s
you were
gold.
happy about that
Yeah,
one.
it's 100% gold. You played the whole song, too, which is amazing. I don't know how Chris Ray
played the whole song.
He played the entire song.
Your song plays like 20 seconds.
Chris Ray right now is getting his legal team
assembled.
assembled. Anyway, yeah, you know how much I love that song. I just think it's.
I didn't know how much you liked that song before I played it.
Oh, I thought
I had no idea.
I hear that song. It freaks me out how good it is. It's one of the best 70s songs of the decade.
Whoa.
Hit me as being silky.
It's silky.
Silky smooth.
Very silky.
Yes.
So rating on that one, Sip.
Oh, I mean, if I'm saying it's one of the best songs of the 70s, it's going to get a high rating. 9, 6, 7, 4, 5, 5, 5. Yeah.
It's a good rating like that. I didn't know all the words. I did know the refrain.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Is that the part? The refrain?
Chorus, refrain. Yeah.
Refrain. Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Trying to put all together.
Words.
Please refrain from using words you don't know.
It was silky. It was silky. And it was from the 70s. So that's good. Doesn't grab me like it grabs you like that. It's a 6229. Don't hate it, but I like it.
Still
don't
good.
hate it, but I like it. I think the double B's. I'm always gonna do them now as one number. I think they're about the same area, about a 6.2. Okay. About a 6.2.
7-1.
7-1. What do we got here?
7-0
7-0,
from Bella.
6-3.
6-3 from
You
Ben.
guys nailed it.
Yeah,
You guys
yeah.
pretty much nailed it, both of you. Yeah, they liked it.
Young Ben said it's going to be a little bit better than yesterday's song. That's a lot bit better than yesterday's song for them for scores.
Yes.
Than Jonathan Edwards' Sunshine, which you think is a ditty, a camp ditty.
Yes, they're just random. That was a silky song. Thank you, Jake.
You're welcome.
Yes. Anything from the text line?
Yeah, we got some ratings here. We sure do. Sandmaster in KC, 6.7. John says a 5. Guilt Nerd says 2.1. Yawn.
Yawner.
Puts yawn.
I don't see that.
Joe and Boulder, 7. Jennifer, 7.5. Hubby, 7.1. Proper
Nice,
scores.
right in their wheelhouse.
Alignment in the household.
Sean in Omaha, 4.55. Mike in Dalton, 5.5. Ryan in California, 6.5. Who in Columbus? Bird, 1. Just a 1 from Bird in Columbus.
Just a 1.
1.
Gave it a 1? Bird.
Bird's been on, yeah.
We said silky on that.
Yeah, that's not a Bird song.
It's not a Bird song. Yeah, it's okay, Bird.
Yeah.
What gets a 10 from Bird? I mean, the highest we get is like a 6 from him. He's very picky.
I don't know why.
I like it. He's his own
We
person.
need like some death metal or something here.
Death metal.
I won't play that. It's not my thing. Jake and Hickman, a 5. Ryan in Delaware, who missed, of course, the roll call.
One time we had 49 states. Just need one more.
We'll never let that down, Ryan. Never. 5 from him. Scott and Bancroft, 0.0001.
Scores are very high. Scores are very high.
Let's say the average is about a 4.
Yeah.
Well, Kiffin in Columbus, 7.5.
Okay.
Followed by a 2.2. Turn it immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
All right.
I'm just glad the household was together because we thought for a while they were splitting up.
We did not think that.
Isn't that what you said off air?
No.
I thought you did. Yeah, it's okay.
Well, I mean, hubby was MIA at one point.
Yeah, that's why we had concern because one of them didn't live at the house anymore
For 2
I
days.
didn't know where he was.
Had no idea.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting called out YouTube before the mailbag. Moonbot, who gave us the book. Thank you,
Yes.
Moonbot. 3.7. Steven says meh. 3.5. Bolt. Elevator music. Come on, Jake. 1.5.
Dave People, the athletic one from
I
Pender.
think I see the art. I just recognize the art more than the other.
You're the artist.
Yeah.
You're like Prince.
So there you go. There's your ratings on Song of the Day, sponsored by Sauter Heyman Jewelers. Your song again, Fool If You Think It's Over.
Thank you, Rick.
By Chris Rea. It's time for the mailbag. Let's fire it up right now here on a Wednesday. The mailbag is always sponsored by our friends, our incredible friends at Applied Connected Technologies. What will never happen when you talk to them, Bill?
I've been hacked.
Ever. Won't happen.
Impossible. Impossible. We talked about this. The challenge is going down like that. We're going to put your social security number. We're going to put your checking account number, whether it's that your phone number, everything on a billboard on a truck.
The PIN number.
The PIN number.
Good God, if they can stave this off, it's amazing.
They can do so. Someone could have your PIN number to your debit card. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter with these guys. They can stop all problems. How about that?
Well, they got to get their hands on the card.
Yeah.
Anyway, wow.
Applied Connect.
All 93 counties of Nebraska. They're Nebraska's preferred tech partner. They do everything from IT, cybersecurity, phone systems, audio, video, infrastructure, and more. Go to appliedconnective.com or call them 866-358-0109 for a free consultation. Free.
Jake, how many times do we lose counties? So they only have like 40 counties.
Never.
Why?
Never.
Because they have what?
Retention rate.
That tells you you're killing it out there. Thank you.
Retention. Very important. Thanks to Applied Connective Technologies.
Albion.
Yep. Good people. To the mailbag, John starts us off saying, I read a survey that said 50% of men surveyed believe they could land a plane in an emergency. Who among you three believes they could land a plane in an emergency?
I know I could.
Bill saying yes?
I know I could.
If someone's talking you through it,
I know I could. Yeah. And I don't think it'd freak me out. I don't think I'd be like that. I think when we landed, I think I'd give them that. And your luggage will be at Carousel 3. Yes. I fantasize maybe having to do it. I really do.
I would just take on the persona of a pilot.
You'd be awesome. Be the co-pilot.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a little different than you. It would freak me out. The bird's big. It's a big
It's
bird.
a lot.
Big bird.
But like I said, it's
big responsibility.
Yeah.
They can almost fly those things from the ground. So I feel pretty confident you can put it down.
Yeah. What I was told by a United pilot, who's a friend of mine, is that it's not that hard unless there's trouble. And then, like, you got to know a lot of math. If there's trouble, the math comes in.
So it engines out, that type of thing.
Yeah, something happens. He said,
do you remember?
If things are going well, it's not that hard. But if when there's trouble, that's when it gets obviously challenging.
And I don't think it was where the pilot had to bring it down, but like 15 years ago, there was one in LAX. They had to land. They had no landing gear, and they flew it around for about an extra 2 hours.
That's right.
To burn off all the gas before they brought it down. That was interesting.
Yeah, it's just really.
I'd like to give it a shot.
I guess what I was telling you about the pilot was I asked him about math, and he said the only time math would come into play is if there's trouble.
Yeah, I think
they don't know what you got to do. But whatever.
Could be trouble. If we're landing the plane, it's probably trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
the math part.
Might need some math
would
for that.
Get us
probably be in trouble there. This is a comment from Brian on the mailbag. He says, on two separate occasions this last week, I heard Sip refer to Bill and Jake individually as his best friends. I thought that was pretty cool. It's rare when you get to work with people you like, let alone three kings holding each other's hearts up to the sky. Says Brian there.
I don't.
We are BFFs.
We're BFFs.
Yes.
Oh, we have fun. I mean, that's for sure.
Yeah. You guys are the first two adult friends I've made in the last 40 years. That's
a win.
I Duke and other friends.
What about Bull?
What's that?
Kinda.
Bull's from high school. I've known him forever. Yeah. So you're my two new ones.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That was a comment from who?
That was from Brian.
Yeah.
Brian, listening.
We're
intently.
besties.
We're besties here.
BFFs.
This is from Tom in the mailbag. Says, do you guys drink your coffee black, or do you have to put foo-foo in that stuff?
What qualifies as foo-foo? I put
if you're putting anything, including sugar or creamer, it's
four
foo-foo.
Splendas. 4 Splendas. If it's a large coffee, it's 4 Splendas. If it's a medium coffee, it's 3 Splendas.
Me and Bill had creamer, so
absolutely,
I think we're all foo-foo.
I douse myself in it.
Yeah, I can't drink black coffee.
No,
I tried it before, and I've tried
Laura
to be that guy.
That.
I can't do it.
I'd love to be that person. It'd be cool. Just pour a cup of coffee and drink it. Now it's like,
room for cream and sugar?
Yeah.
No. Black coffee all the way.
I wish I could do it. Whoever's doing it, you're better than me. Yeah. That's what you are. You really are.
Yeah.
Joe in Boulder says tomorrow is the beginning of the British Open at Troon Golf Course. Will you guys have it on in studio? Might be on that TV right there.
It'll be on.
Yeah.
It'll be.
That's Bill. This is no, you like the U.S. Open. It's your favorite.
U.S. Open's my favorite. The British is my second. And I love, and of course, it's now just called the Open. But I enjoy the couple things. I enjoy when you turn it on. For some reason, still to this day, we cannot get a really good TV feed. It's not great. It's really not.
You're right.
It's like we're watching 1969. We land on the moon. It's like, really?
They don't have enough cameramen for some reason.
But I love when they show and it's raining and it's windy and it's horrible. I love, but it's still like, I don't know. Did that go in? I don't know. I have no idea. Then you watch. That's
true.
Then you
There's
watch.
always rain.
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. Then you watch.
Go in?
Then you watch. Then you watch the U.S. Open. It's like you're there. It's actually it's better than being there. It's insane.
They got the cups mic'd up.
Yeah.
You hear the ball go in the cup and everything.
Everything.
I wonder what that's.
It's terrible. They can't. It's like, what's going on over there? Get this better.
I would feel weird if you didn't have it on. So make sure it's on.
Also, the cool thing is that, and then the times are so far off.
Yes.
So like you said, like when you turn it on like 8 a.m, they're like a whole 9.
Yeah.
And you're
There'll
like,
be
whoa.
There'll be guys almost done by the time we turn that thing on tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
At 6.
Yes, it'll be on.
Joe and Boulder.
Thank you. One last personal question for me. Bill has told us before his disdain for baseball. He would not go to Haymarket Park if it was the World Series Game 7. He could land it at the pitcher's mound. Would you rather do that, or would you rather go watch the British Open over across the pond, Bill? What would you
Me,
prefer?
100. I'd go to the. I would love to be.
Versus staying in your own city.
I would fly across the pond and stand in a driving rainstorm at 48 degrees before I would go to Haymarket to watch the World Series.
Why is that?
Incredible.
Why?
With the helicopter to drop you off.
Helicopter.
I guess it's self-explanatory, the answer. You're just not interested in baseball at all.
This doesn't even I can imagine walking around with those people just through just horrible weather, just miserable.
What if it was Ron Guidry and Nettles and Reggie Jackson?
It'd be fun to see Nettles.
Yeah.
Guidry too, from Louisiana.
Your boy Kingman too.
Yeah.
Dave Kingman.
Kingman never played for the Yankees.
I know, but he was a masher. He's part of our trivia.
Played for the Mets. Played for the rival. Oh, is that a rival? Crosstown. I don't know. Anyway,
they're a rival.
Yeah.
That is the mailbag, sponsored by our friends at Applied Connective Technologies. Thank you for all the questions today.
Thank you.
Appreciate everybody there. And Bill says he can confidently land the plane if it comes down to
I
that.
feel like I could.
appreciate
I feel like I
that.
could. God, I'd love to do it.
I don't want to think about it. We're going to be flying next week.
I don't want to fly one of those helicopters.
No.
I would not want nothing to do with
keep
that.
me away from the chopper.
No, I wouldn't
We
try
went
that
road in
one.
a helicopter.
No.
It was
I'll be honest with you. I'm still nauseous. I still
over a
I
year,
remember-
almost a year later.
I
A
just
year
put
later.
it out of my head.
Me and Steve spent 4 hours straight in the lounge
I
chair,
went straight
to my chair,
to the recliner.
I
to
didn't
the
feel great
recliner.
either after that. By
Thank
the
you.
way,
Yeah, I was like, well, I can't even function.
Yeah.
That was nauseous.
Straight
And those
to the
guys do
we
it.
survived.
They do it every day with people shooting at them.
Good God.
And we just wrote it for fun around Ceresco, and we couldn't take it.
Hey, Sarge, I'm going to need a little break.
Hour 2 next. Early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit Huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
Without a strong IT partner, your business ends up overspending, underperforming, wearing too many hats, complicating your work, and more. Applied Connective Technologies can help with experts in every facet of technology. If it plugs in, powers on, or charges up, they're your people. Imagine being able to call one team for all your technology solutions rather than a village of vendors and providers. For all your needs in managed IT and cybersecurity, phone systems, physical security, infrastructure, and audio or video, head to appliedconnective.com to better your business today.
At Doane University, we build leaders, and that means your success and achievements come first.
At Doane University, your future is uniquely yours, and our world-class liberal arts education is just the beginning.
We invite you to schedule your campus visit and experience why Doane University will start you on your journey to your future career.
Learn more by scheduling your personal campus visit today at doane.edu/visit. See you soon.
Looking for a job that feels like family? Join Lincoln Industries, where tradition meets innovation. They're a family-owned, privately held manufacturing company with a passion for excellence and a commitment to their community. They have openings on all shifts at both the main plant and air park facilities, offering flexibility to fit your schedule. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you there. At Lincoln Industries, they invest in their people's success, providing opportunities for growth and advancement. Apply now and become a part of something special at Lincoln Industries.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red! Rashawn Jackson, the captain here for The Body Shop. And man, did they hook me up with a great massage recently. The captain has a lot of stress in his life, as many people do. And for 1 hour, it was all relieved. The team at The Body Shop gave me a deep tissue massage that hit every area that I was in pain at. Whether you're looking for a Swedish massage, sports massage, deep tissue, hot stone, aroma, or more, there's only one place to go. The Body Shop at 48th NA. Book an appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we're expecting mainly sunny skies and light winds with an afternoon high around 83. Tonight, mostly clear and calm, with a low around 58. And tomorrow, shaping up to be a near repeat of today with mainly sunny skies, light winds, and an afternoon high around 83. Meteorologist Kyle Clifford from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We have 2 boys, so we needed more space. We lived in a townhouse, so we decided to build.
Casey Bowman and her husband Joe built their first home with us. This is Bob Benish of Aspen Builders. Working with the Bowmans was fantastic.
After the first meeting, we really liked them as people.
I was really skeptical about the whole building process, more so than Joe was. But they explained everything before it happened. If there were problems or issues along the way, they called and explained everything. They just really helped ease my mind.
They were really good about giving us options as far as what fit in the budget, what didn't fit in the budget. They have a designer, Rachel.
She was amazing. She was very helpful in making sure that our house turned out good. I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change the lot. I wouldn't change colors. I love everything about it. Everything. It's perfect for us.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive. Always honest answers.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans and I'm not the Titans. So I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Wednesday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 2, as always, sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC. Location in South Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane, also at 70th and Pioneers. And what is going on today in Creighton, Nebraska with Shin Daddy at Midwest Bank, Bill?
Well, I tell you what, he gave away all the air conditioners yesterday. Yes, he gave away all 200 air conditioners if you opened up an account. And so that was a big, big hit there. Today's more competition, so they're bringing in horseshoe pits.
Oh, nice.
They're bringing in horseshoe pits. So the big ones with sand. So he's brought in a truckload of sand, and he's got it all framed up with the wooden frame around like that.
When did he do this?
Brought the sand. Did it last night.
Overnight.
Last night. Him and Tamara set it up. They're there till about 11 o'clock last night, getting this with the regulation distance and everything. And so they're gonna
How many courts?
What's that? 4. They have 4 full courts set up. I'm just going to tell you though, when you walk in, so it's going to be a competition. It's going to be a challenge. It's kind of a round robin deal, but fear the old man.
Yeah.
When you go to a park and see a couple of 70-year-olds out there, and you're like, hey man, you want to go?
Yeah.
You want to play? Yeah. They'll beat you 21-0. Yeah. They will absolutely smoke you. And all you hear is a clank, clank. It's
depressing.
Clank. Oh yeah, those cancel. If you throw a good one, they'll cancel you out so fast.
Yeah, it's like those shuffleboard guys at Arnold.
Exactly, same deal. You don't. Hey, you want to play for money? No.
Rather not.
So anyway, Shin Daddy's got 4 of them set up. So they're gonna have competition day doing horseshoes.
God, that's a good idea.
That sound of the clank is a great sound. Gosh. Please. It should almost turn into a cool parenting tips.
Yeah.
Teach your kids to play old school horseshoes.
Horseshoes, that sound, and you've mentioned the bowling pins. Very similar.
Very similar. Very good sound of bowling pins going down, the clank in the background of a horseshoe pit.
In a summer day.
And
it's happening in Creighton.
It's happening in Creighton inside the bank today. So they brought in 4 truckloads of sand.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
This is not it's added a twist. This is inside.
It's in the lobby. Yes, that's the whole problem. It's in the lobby.
Florida State isn't the only disruptive thing. That'll be disruptive.
Imagine wheeling in, like you said, I just want to get a cashier's check, and all of a sudden you're
clank.
All of a sudden you got to get into a game.
Yep.
God, the feel and the weight when you feel the weight of that.
They're doing
horseshoe.
this
Indoors. Yeah.
How do they keep the bank clean?
Well, they have a cleaning crew that comes in.
I bet they do.
Well, Steve leads it. He's there right there with him. He doesn't leave and just say, "Hey, clean this up." He's right there with them. It's like that. Him and Pork Chop.
Is he the mop guy, Steve?
Pork Chop. Tyler Footman also.
Is Steve the mop guy?
Yeah, he'll mop it up. He'll mop
Tyler.
It up. Yeah.
Pork Chop
will also be on top of that.
Sip, how long ago was it when you threw your last horseshoe?
It's been a while. I can't remember the last
30 years, 40.
No.
I've thrown in the last 10. So
yeah, last 10.
I can't say I have.
Yeah, last 10.
I think Jake would love horseshoes. I think he'd catch on very.
They got a horseshoe pit at Chautauqua Park in Beatrice.
Absolutely.
I did years ago. Chautauqua Park.
Okay.
The big park in South Beatrice. Chautauqua.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't played it in years though. I lived over by Wesleyan. They have a pit that's in that by that pool over there, just south of it.
Really?
Just drove by it all the time. Never played it though. People were on it though. People were playing horseshoes out there.
Oh, it's really?
Like, talk about
just south of the Dairy Queen.
Talk about
absolutely. I know where you're talking
just
about.
South of the Dairy
I've seen it. I've seen.
Oh yeah.
I love that pool too.
It's a nice
It's
pool.
a great pool.
Yes,
I do.
Right by the street. That's the Shin Daddy, Midwest Bank.
Scene of one of my better lines. Jake knows it. This water's warm, a little too warm. Ben's disgusted. The 20-year-old's disgusted with me. Sorry, Ben.
And that is also the same Dairy Queen that your friend Dan Philly Waldrop occupied, right?
No, 27th.
Oh, I thought it was that one.
27th and Holdridge. There used to be one there.
Live right next to Dairy Queen. Why would I not love it here?
Yeah,
right next to Dairy.
Did you like living in Lincoln? Yeah, I live right down the street from Dairy Queen. 27th and Holdridge. There used to be one.
Beautiful.
Better times.
Yeah.
Better times. Thank you to Shin Daddy, Midwest Bank, for always sponsoring Hour 2. 464-5685. Call or text as always. What's taken the reins of everybody this week has been the college football video game, EA Sports. I have not played it. I don't have it. I probably won't play it ever. I don't really do video games, but it's been the rate. Farley's playing it. Nick's played it. Rico's played it. Been big at the station.
You're 100% right. It's a big week.
People are all they're all about the ratings and where people are ranked at. And an outsider, I guess, would be doing that ranking for Nebraska. And if you're looking at rankings of players, EA Sports lists Tommy Hill as Nebraska's best player with an 89 rating per EA Sports, followed by...
It's a great rating for him, and Tommy's a really good player.
Number one player, followed by Isaac Gifford at an 85.
I could see Giff getting that, absolutely.
Nebraska's 2 newest receivers are pretty highly ranked. Jamal Banks in 83, Isaiah Nayor in 82, and then also some other guys of note, Nash Hutmacher and Bryce Benhart both are 85, so they're up there with Isaac. Thomas Fedoni in 82, and Dylan Raiola is at an 80 as a true freshman.
Yeah, the grandkids were they regarded the Raiola rating as controversial, too low. No, Dominic said too low. Alex said no, that's probably about right. Dominic said too low. I don't know how they rate him. And I don't know where you got this. Where did you even see this?
It
I
was listed
looking.
on three. On three had this out there.
I missed it. But
I also wonder if what the research is. I believe it's just they kind of just read. Okay, he's from transfer from Wake Forest, good player. I'd like to know. Did you watch film?
I wonder.
Did anybody say
Sip has studied film?
I've actually watched film on this guy, and he's a really good player, and he's rated too low. But I've watched him. I've watched him play.
I have to think they do.
Do you think so?
I
they
would
do
think
great.
so.
I don't think so. I'm
don't think
going
so.
to push back if they've watched the film
like
on him.
to think
But maybe
they
I'm
would.
wrong on that. I don't know. But how they come about with their ratings, I don't know. I'd love to see if someone's like, yeah, I've watched him. Do they hire ex-coaches to
I wonder.
to watch him to get input from?
That would be good. I mean, like you wonder where Ty Robinson was in that.
I'll try to find that real quick for you.
Okay. There's, I don't know. I think they got it right as far as their best players. Those strike me as their best players.
I think it's very, very
Ben Scott. I'd wonder about
very
too.
interesting. Just how what the video game world has done. It's incredible.
It's so realistic. That's what just blows me away. How realistic
it's very, very cool.
Yeah. Jake,
do people? I mean, if you look at this year's roster, would you say that Tommy Hill's the best player on the team? Though is that how you where you start at for this team for Nebraska football?
You could make that case. We've said it a few times that they're not really. There's no real obvious great player. I mean, I always say there's a lot of very good players on the roster. There's nobody that's risen to that level of great where you'd say first team all Big Ten, no matter what, maybe an All-American. You don't see that. Like Amir Abdullah.
You'd probably start inside first more. You'd probably start if you're just looking at the whole team. I'm looking at D-line first. D-line /
Nash.
I'm looking at big bodies first. Just when I say valuable, so if you don't have if you have no one valuable in the O-line or the D-line, that's not good.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck to you. Good luck to you. But Nebraska's fortunate in that regard because we always leave out Jamari Butler. And one could make a case that Jamari Butler's the best defensive lineman they have.
You can make a case. Absolutely.
Yeah. That's why it's important to know how do they get these rankings. He's not in the top 12 for Nebraska. It goes Tommy Hill, Isaac Gifford, Nash Hutmacher in the order of best players for EA Sports. Then Bryce Benhart at 4, Jamal Banks 5, Thomas Fedoni 6, Isaiah Nayor at 7 as an 82 overall, Malcolm Hartzog at 8, Justin Evans
Interesting.
at 9.
Guard, yes.
Teddy Prohaska at 10, Raiola at 11, and then Malachi Coleman at an 80. He's number 12 on the roster.
No Jalen Lloyd.
No Lloyd, no Ty Robinson in there.
See, that's automatically suspect.
Yeah, some misses in there.
Having no Butler in there is suspect. I mean, he led him in sacks. And I think he led the linemen in TFLs. So that's automatically suspect. It is what it is. It's just a video game rating. I'm not going to get all wound up about it. But, yeah. Now I'm swinging toward Bill a little bit. Maybe they just do it off of information and they don't actually look at the film.
They got
to film them up.
But I'd love to know the numbers financially of what this game has done because I don't ever remember a game taking over. Like
I got a question for you. The grandkids gave me come on, old man. I said to Dom, so you're going to go buy it? You got to go to Best Buy? Yeah. No, you don't do that.
Just online?
Yeah.
Just
download it. Yeah, he's downloaded it.
Yeah, to me,
I thought, you got to still stand in line?
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, no, you just download it. Am I out of touch, Jake?
Well, you can buy it online. GameStop has it in Lincoln.
Can you go buy it?
But you had to order it ahead of time. There.
Okay.
Yeah, you had to get the actual disc for it. Just
disc.
Yeah.
Disc.
Yeah, for the Xbox or whatever, PS4.
I mean, me and Bill have no idea what
we missed out on that.
It's not the Atari anymore.
We were playing Pong.
Pong was sweet.
Pong was sweet. It's incredible. You say Pong.
It was sweet.
You play handball.
Yeah.
You can play all.
Fun. I think
fun.
A match of you two playing this game on one of the consoles would be a must watch.
I'd much
TV.
rather see us play Pong. It'd be better.
See if you guys how you do the controllers.
Yes.
We'd go at it pretty hard. But we're not from this generation at all.
we don't know these times.
I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw when we were in Memphis and the kids were playing on the TV in the hotel room, I was mesmerized by how real they were playing NBA game. I was freaked out how real it looked. And
Here's some response here. Wild Bill says the disc version of the game does not come out until Friday, but he had to order the deluxe download version on Monday.
Okay, that was what Dom did, the deluxe download version.
It's on PS5 and Xbox X. Thank you, Wild Bill. Also, Justin on YouTube says $70 million in the first day is what he read for how much this brought in.
Not bad.
So 70 mil.
Yeah.
That's a big number
for a video game.
For one day.
Been waiting for like 12 years, 13 years.
Gee.
Yeah.
12 years.
It's been gone for a long time. Maybe it's, 10 years plus, at least for this game.
Yeah, I'll be interested to hear the reviews of it if people are satisfied with it, because you get those gamers, and I hear those kids talking about certain games. They just say it's trash or no, it's really good. There hasn't been what I hear is there hasn't been enough good games in the last 5 years or so. Is that Ben's shaking his head? He's affirming that. Yeah, and I've heard that. They say
Ben,
that.
are you a gamer? Ben's a gamer. He said, "Oh yeah, I'm a gamer."
I don't think that really catches us really off. If I had to guess, Ben being a gamer, I could see him being really good at it.
Yeah,
it's not a bad thing.
No,
not a bad thing at all.
It is what it is.
No.
It's a generational discussion.
It's been 12 years. 12 years since the last one came out for college football for EA Sports.
In this room, none of us are active in this, and nor have we been. Jake, you were a little bit.
I played like back in middle school and high school, but I played hardly at all in college, and nothing since college. It's 11 years now. I haven't played a video game.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm too good for it. I just don't do it.
No, I know.
Moonbot says on YouTube, I'm 42. I think it's weird how many guys my age play video games.
42
years old.
42.
I mean, Farley plays video games. He's just shy of 50.
Yeah. Farley just shy of 50?
Isn't he?
Yeah.
I believe you're right.
Yeah.
I think he's like 49.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
48, 49 for Farley.
Yeah. I'm cool with it. Doesn't bother me.
I am too. I think
just because I don't do it doesn't mean I like.
Yeah, I'm not down on it.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
So there you go. Tommy Hill, your top rating at 89.
That's interesting.
And significantly, he's 85 a second with three guys of Gifford and Hutmacher and
just remember, always remember about Tommy Hill. You can use him as an example of a player that got written off and then developed into some regards their best player. I mean, I remember Rutgers, Bill, and you were there. It was a hell of a game at Rutgers, and Tommy was warming up with the receivers. I mean, that's where I was like, oh, they got Tommy Hill at receiver now. And then he made his way back.
Yeah. So there
Great
you go.
job by him.
Yeah. I mean, really good.
Before I get to break, a quick plug for our friends at Trados. They grew up on farms. They trade a lot of grain. They love the industry. They've met many farmers that found their grain marketing plan frustrating and intimidating. Their goal is to use their ingrained expertise to your advantage, and they help alleviate the stresses of grain marketing so you can stay focused on what you love with Trados.
Trados. Like I said, a couple things. You know where they bank at? Midwest Bank.
Do they really?
Yes.
Shin Daddy? With Shin Daddy?
Yes.
Really?
They work directly in correlation with Shin Daddy.
God, it all fits.
It all fits together. Everything ties in together because they're an ag bank. That's why they're there. That's why they're nothing but with the people at all times. And like the biggest thing is if you are like I said, an incredible farmer, then you have to figure out how to do all the day-to-day work, and then when you're going to do your sales, and when am I going to market this? What do I do with my product? That's insane. So you need help. And how much does it cost for a consultation, Jake?
Absolutely free. Bill.
Free. Yeah, free. And they'll drive out to your place. It's not like, well, hey, just drive into Lincoln, or I'll meet you in Central City, or I'll see you in Hardington. Nope. They'll drive out to your place, sit down with you, or they'll take you to lunch for free and sit down and just listen to them talk through, because they have a detailed game plan. Imagine everyone there being through detailed game plans their entire life, and they can lay it out. They don't lay it out for like, well, here's the next, here, jump on board. Let's get busy with this. The next 2 months we'll handle it. They can lay things out for the next 10 years. They have
Commodities.
Commodities. Adam
I'm
Ickes.
impressed how much you've learned.
Adam Lasso. Believe.
Keep learning, Bill.
Adam Lasso Ickes.
I'm going to keep believing.
Continued education for you.
It matters.
Yes.
Absolutely.
The website, gotrados.com, GOTREDAS.com. When we come back, Bill's Thrills, Them Fighting Words Wednesday.
Oh, boy.
Next on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Without a strong IT partner, your business ends up overspending, underperforming, wearing too many hats, complicating your work, and more. Applied Connective Technologies can help with experts in every facet of technology. If it plugs in, powers on, or charges up, they're your people. Imagine being able to call one team for all your technology solutions rather than a village of vendors and providers. For all your needs in managed IT and cybersecurity, phone systems, physical security, infrastructure, and audio or video, head to appliedconnective.com to better your business today. Looking for a job that feels like family? Join Lincoln Industries, where tradition meets innovation. They're a family-owned, privately held manufacturing company with a passion for excellence and a commitment to their community. They have openings on all shifts at both the main plant and air park facilities, offering flexibility to fit your schedule. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you there. At Lincoln Industries, they invest in their people's success, providing opportunities for growth and advancement. Apply now and become a part of something special at Lincoln Industries.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we're expecting mainly sunny skies and light winds with an afternoon high around 83. Tonight, mostly clear and calm, low around 58. And tomorrow, shaping up to be a near repeat of today with mainly sunny skies, light winds, and an afternoon high around 83. Meteorologist Kyle Clifford from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and my schedule can get a little hectic. From softball practices to going to class, traveling for games, spending time with family, and catching up with friends, I am always on the go. I want a bank that can help me from anywhere, but also be there when I need them. That's Midwest Bank. They have the same mobile banking technology as those big banks, but have that hometown feel that I like every time I walk through the doors. They make banking easy no matter where I am. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Drinking and driving causes serious harm to friends, family members, and loved ones. In 2021, 65 people were killed in Nebraska by a car crash involving a drunk driver. Do not drink and drive. By drinking less, you can still be here for your loved ones. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Hey guys, it's Bill Busch. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty has opened a new location in Pender, Nebraska, in addition to their office in Lincoln. The real estate world can be confusing, so why wouldn't you want an expert helping you every step of the way? If you're looking to buy or sell farmland in Nebraska, Kansas, or Iowa, give Ethan Sorensen a call today at 402-380-0432 or visit them online at nextagrealestate.com. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty with locations in Lincoln and now Pender, Nebraska.
Ready to add a dash of Southern flavor to your week? At Wings and Rings, their brand new Southern fried wings have arrived for a limited time. Indulge in the irresistible goodness of large, traditional bone-in wings coated in a crispy beer batter and fried to perfection. Try them with hot honey or any other sauces. And for those busy summer days coming up, look no further than their Southern Fried Wings Family Bundle. Wings and Rings, 2 Lincoln locations on O Street or Village Lane.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jake.
Jake, you're a freaking nutcase.
Brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You know, tomorrow is Thursday, which means it's conference call Thursday for Bill with First Rate Ag, Parker in the squad.
What time is that?
Yeah, what time is the call usually?
What's that? Mid-morning.
Mid-morning.
You tell Laura to clear out. Oh, I do. And I said, I walk in, she'll start saying something like, I'll look at her like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, it really is.
You know,
Talking to Parker.
Are you kidding me? You know what's going down here in about 12 minutes? I'm getting a call from Holdridge. Patch him in live. Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Are you kidding?
Are you really talking to me right now?
You know what's going on? This is Parker's calling in. Get an update on what's going on in Ag.
Yeah. If you're a first-time listener, don't know who we're talking about. First Rate Ag is a full-service ag retailer offering everything from crop protection to lawn fertilizer. Been around for 25 years in business. You can reach out at firstrateag.com or call them at 308-995-8327. Ask for Parker or Chris and mention the ticket.
100% retention rate for 25 years.
It's up to 100.
100% retention rate. They started off, this is a good little backstory on this, Parker. They started off with his dad started this. It's kind of like, you know what, we're going to do this because maybe we can get product at a cheaper rate for our own crops. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, maybe we can help our neighbors out. So they started working with them. That's how this company built itself up from the ground
organically.
Yes. I mean, just built. And then I asked, I go, boy, I bet you're out there always hustling, you know, farmer to farmer, trying to get them to flip over to you guys. He's like, no, don't do that at all. If they come in and talk to us, yeah, we'd be glad to be part of it, but we're not doing that. We're not going door to door. We're not trying to ruffle anybody up like that. We live here in Holdridge.
Like Spectrum does.
Yeah, Spectrum.
Ooh.
Oh, just got all of a sudden the cable just got heated.
Keep going.
Anyway, just letting you know that's how they 100% retention. 100. And it's well known.
God, that's
like I said, anybody I talked to their banker and he goes, yeah, anytime we do business out here, we come at noon because they know that Sherry's going to have a meal for him with the salad bar set up every day. Every day they do that.
Life's
every
good.
Single day. Life's good out there.
Good.
In
Life is very
Holdridge.
good. Firstrateag.com. Great. And the conference call tomorrow, mid-morning.
Yes.
Sip and Parker.
So don't call Bill tomorrow.
No. Mid-morning, stay away. That's clear out.
Are you kidding me?
Don't blow up the phone. Don't blow up the phone.
It is time for Bill's Thrills on a Wednesday. Let's fire up the intro and get this party started on a Dems Fight Words Wednesday.
Jay got lost for words there a little
Call
bit.
him the most interesting man in the world.
That is
Get
setting
this party
up the
started.
morel mushroom
Yes.
bonanza.
Oh,
yeah.
this
We
is gonna
need
be
it.
bonanza.
Mushrooms grow better with
pink.
thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach, but to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent it to you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors.
Yes, as always, Bill's Thrills, sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors, the ATMs, the cash cows of Lincoln. Call them at 402-730-7387 for a free consultation to plan your financial future today. Is it a Them's Fighting Words Wednesday today, Bill?
No, it's not.
Oh, he's
No.
changing it.
Whoa. Making a change on this one.
Okay.
And going back to Wild Card Wednesday. Something came up that I felt was very worth discussing.
It's fine.
This is football. We're going back
Football
to
talk.
There's
Like
a football. I thought about this real quick. Football season is the only sport that just gets the magnitude of the start of the day. Because when NBA, college basketball starts, football's going. When it starts, so you don't get that. It's like, oh man, it's when it's going to start. College baseball, MLB, all this, it's not the same as the start of college football. But I was listening to something the other day. I thought the dilemma of discipline. The dilemma of discipline. You've covered it here at Nebraska. When there's something going on. Had listened to Coach Osborne or what's happening here with situations. This is about starting off and start with Georgia.
Okay.
So Georgia, okay, they mentioned yesterday that they've had a lot of issues with speeding. Happened again 5 days ago. Two more got arrested.
Two more got it.
And Kirby got up yesterday. So first of all, there's no doubt that this is covered in great detail. This is not like, you guys, I'm going to say it again. No, it's been covered. And he talked about that now that the NIL, which I'd love to talk to Davidson about this, the NIL fines them. They were taking fines from the NIL collective. So if you're on a contract and you do something like this, you get fined, which is very
like a common employee.
It's very interesting because of what you just said. They're not employees.
Ooh.
And
we don't get fined.
And when I read the story on this, several lawyers chimed in that this is very murky. Are you allowed? Because the whole thing about that it's not been done is there needs to be collective bargaining from the players. That's what it is in the NFL, from the players to the administration. There needs to be collective bargaining on what they'll deal with and what you want to get, but they can't do it because they're not employees. But yet they're getting fined. And I doubt this is the only place that this is happening. So I thought it was very interesting. So obviously Georgia's taking a stand, and this is not about the discipline of Georgia. Like I said, they have a plan. They're trying to work themselves out, but it goes through all these avenues of discipline. This is what it brings up. Okay, this leads to something of continuity. In the NFL handles the discipline.
Okay, not the
it's
teams?
not team by team. It's not so like so-and-so got arrested for a DUI and reckless driving and whatever it was. And so the Falcons will handle it in-house. They don't handle it in-house. It goes right to Goodell. It goes right to the league office of where it's at. So will it ever get to that point, Big Ten, SEC, will there ever be a commissioner that oversees discipline? Because you could be, let's just say Ollie Gordon got gets a DUI, and let's say Gundy says 4 games. He goes, you know what? I'm a grad transfer. I'm transferring. I'm going to Oklahoma. And they're like going, didn't happen here. So no. In the NFL, if you have a situation and you change teams, if you got that, it still sticks.
It still sticks.
It's still the discipline still sticks.
Interesting.
And so there's no uniform discipline anywhere in college sports.
No.
Everything.
So Georgia just kind of made it up on the fly.
And everyone does. They're like you saw what, like I said, Gundy talked about.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Good point.
We're doing nothing.
Yeah.
Some place maybe no, that's for us. It's automatic 2-game suspension. Or what is this?
It's not uniform.
Will they ever get to the point to where the commissioners run their league, where all of a sudden it's like something happened to South Carolina? How you handling it? It goes right to Sankey. Sankey has a team of people that handles it because eventually you get to the point to where there has to be some sort of continuity. Imagine if all of a sudden some player did something like that. You're going like, well, what's their punishment? Nothing. We can't afford to have them off the field.
Right.
That's not how it works.
Kind of what Gundy did with Gordon.
It's not what you do in the NFL. The NFL says, well, who's going to deal with it? The Cowboys, you guys got this? No, it goes to the league office.
Right.
So it's just what I bring it up is
point.
It's just interesting.
Yeah.
It's very interesting how discipline is handled, but this is interesting with the fining of players because he said it out loud. It wasn't like, no, this is like, well, we kind of have a plan. He goes, no, the NIL fines them.
Now think about it. Just think about it. I popped off and it was irresponsible on me. We don't get fined if we the ticket doesn't fine us if we speed.
Yeah.
And if they did, we'd be like, what?
Yeah.
You can't fine me. You can't fine me. Like maybe they could. I mean, that's what Kirby's doing. So is he out of bounds? That's what you're wondering, right?
You're trying to do everything you can. There's only a couple things that affect you. Money affects you, and playing time affects you. Those are the two things that really affect you.
Yeah.
So sometimes it can just be like someone can do something, or something pretty egregious. It's like, what we handled it in house, and someone goes, "What'd you guys do?" Well, they had to come in for 4 straight days and run stadium steps. And it's like, okay, how did that match up with how did Ole Miss handle their situation in that? There's a lot of gray area in discipline, and everybody's
100.
always like, we handle it in house. Will it ever go out of house?
Right. That's the
Will
question.
it ever go out of house where you have a certain time? Like the only thing that's out of house right now is performance enhancing drugs. That's the one that's out of. So right now the NCAA handles that. If you get dinged on that, it's a year basically. You don't get a chance to be like going, we'll handle the performance enhancing drugs in-house. Oh, no. That's handled by one group on the outside, because that changes how the playing field is. That changes the integrity of the game.
Okay.
If Gundy didn't really change the integrity of the game, if he went from no suspension to a 4-game suspension, the integrity of the game didn't change a lot.
I get what you're saying.
But it's just all I'm saying is the dilemma of discipline.
The dilemma of discipline.
There's a lot to it. If you're sitting there as the head coach of a university, and it's like, okay, what do? We decided we're going to fine him. Well, what happens if the guy that gets fined is someone that's making $1.2 million, and the other guy that's getting fined, he's basically getting $5,000 a year.
I would just wonder if you adjust the fine levels.
Is the fine different? What is that? So it's just all I'm saying is
murky though.
It's and the lawyer said too. They're like, this is. Will someone ever push back and be like, hang on now,
You can't fine me.
I'm not paying $5,000 for a fine, unless maybe, or does that go into a contract with your NIL? If you do get,
is that legal though? Can you write that into a? I suppose you could.
Don't know some things, but they're not. Here's the big thing: they're not employees. They're not employees of the university yet. They're not. That's not how they're technically. They're technically not employees, because if they're employees, then they could collective bargain, but they can't do that right now. There's no collective bargaining.
So Kirby can just enact whatever he wants.
Well, I wouldn't say him. I wouldn't point out just one person either like that, because I'm sure this is
school.
I'd have a hard time believing that it's just one school doing this, but you get a chance to do.
I wonder about that. I wonder if other schools are doing this and we just don't know it.
Could be. Everybody talks.
We had Davison in here yesterday. We should have asked him.
Yeah, but I didn't know. He didn't talk.
He can't tell you.
He didn't talk until after. He wouldn't tell you that anyway.
No.
I wouldn't. You couldn't even ask him that. But Kirby brought it up.
Derek in Waverly says, you would think there's something in the agreement the player signs that allows for punishment. It's not Kirby or Georgia. It's the NIL collective here.
Okay. Yeah. Good point.
It's got to be something in the agreement when you sign it, right?
Well, if you read also, which is incredible,
doling out punishments.
They interviewed is it Carson Beck? Is that right?
Yes,
Carson Beck,
the Georgia quarterback.
Yeah. And he talked about, I think he drives a Lamborghini, and he commented, he goes, "My car goes extremely fast, but I don't drive it like an idiot." He quoted that, basically talking about his own
players,
teammates,
yeah.
In essence, like
I'm sure it's gotten old.
It has. Well, the reason it's old is one reason: lives were lost.
Right.
Lives were lost. It wasn't just one thing where it's like,
not a joke.
No, it's not this.
No, they were racing.
And
in that instance, they were racing.
And the last situation that came up, they were racing again. And there's been numerous ones in there. There's been other. I'd imagine there's probably a lot more racing at other places or speeding tickets that have just been they've not been made public.
Right.
So I guarantee, the one thing I'll guarantee is that there's no chance that Kirby Smart, through growing up, but learning how to be a head coach through Nick Saban, is like, no big deal. It's been addressed.
Oh yeah,
it's been addressed really, really, really hard.
So you punish. I'm being facetious on this. You mentioned 2 punishments: playing time, money. How about take their cell phones away for a couple days?
Yeah, it'd be.
I mean, I'd consider it. I mean, if you want to really hit a kid, take the cell phone.
That's something.
Take the cell phone.
Yeah, anytime the phone goes away from someone,
God. They panic.
Yeah.
I've seen it in my life. They panic.
Yeah,
they panic. There's a panic.
Yeah. There'd be a panic back in my days of coaching where I would I had a box because they carry them all the time, and when they're in the meeting room, just put your cell phone in the box. Just having it sit over there. Right over there, it's like, ooh, and no one's leaving the room.
You know it's right there.
You know it's right there.
It's
right there.
It's going to steal your phone.
It's a powerful addiction.
Yeah,
powerful.
But what I'm saying is that the dilemma of discipline is so
fascinating,
intriguing on how you deal with it.
Yeah.
And the main issue is is that there's not a commissioner
Right.
and there's not a league office, because this isn't a problem in the NFL, because the NFL
Or
they
the
just-
NBA.
or the NBA, MLB, everybody.
Yeah.
Now, how do we handle this?
League office.
League office handles it.
Yeah.
It gets turned over. They do their due diligence, and they're saying this is what you're going to get, and this is also what everyone would get.
And I think that you would find that you don't even know often the names of the disciplinarians in those, because it's because they have to make tough decisions.
Well, it's tough decisions.
Yeah.
But at least at the end,
It's not Goodell that makes it.
the owners all get to meet, and they get to go through, and also there's going to be some sort of collective bargaining with what discipline can be, and how you're going to have to agree to some of this.
Wow.
That this is going to happen in this nature. Anything from the text line, Jake?
Read a couple, but yeah, David says, can you put a morality clause in the
A
contract?
morality clause. Those are sticky.
They're really
Those are
hard because
sticky.
what is exactly what
Right.
it's not cut and dry.
No, it's not.
And then you also have
Sticky.
You have the situation of a DUI, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, all of a sudden, well, it got reduced to this, or it didn't stick, or what happens with it?
We're in over our heads
It's
a little bit.
just a dilemma.
Yeah. I said morality clauses are sticky. I'm sure there's a lawyer out there going, Sipple, they're not that sticky. Just spell it out in a contract.
Probably
I don't
right.
know. I mean, I'm over my skis.
It will lead to, at some point in time down the road, they're going to start talking about scheduling. It's just like it is the same way. They're going to be the SEC will get some pressure to be at 9 games and not at 8. They're going to say, how can you guys everyone's at 9, you guys are at 8.
Don't
And you
get
can't-
Sean started
And
on
you
that.
can't just say, well, our league's harder, because it's going to be like, no, hang on now. You
No, it's
guys
not.
you guys need to play your 9. We're all
Right.
playing the same number of games.
Well, it's harder, but not
Yeah.
that much harder.
You need to be able to do it. So it's the same thing with discipline. Eventually, someone is going to have to be. Is someone going to have to be the voice?
But they've never done it.
It's never happened.
It's never happened.
But there's never been basically.
Pay.
There's
Yeah.
never been all these other things.
Right.
'Cause everybody, what do people keep saying? There's a model we should look at. Who is it? The NFL. They keep saying, look at well, all of a sudden the NFL, there's one Goodell, and there's not. It's Sankey.
That's sticky. You're right. That's a good point. I mean, because there's no disciplinary group.
No,
that's
everyone. They
interesting.
always say we handle it in house.
Good thoughtful
We don't have-
topic.
we don't
Bill.
have the
Very
czar yet.
thoughtful topic. Interesting.
Sports.
That is Bill's Thrills, sponsored by Dirk Scott and Ty at Mid Plains Advisors. Let's play the game show. Give us a call right now at 464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels, 2 bagels, and Joe. Today, we're going to do some college football or college fight songs. College fight songs. I will play about 20 seconds of a song. You
This
tell
is
me.
a great one.
You tell me.
I don't know if I'll get anything, but Jake, I think it's incredible by you.
You tell me what school
on a
this
Wednesday
fight song belongs to.
Let's
We're
get
getting
this
close to
party
football.
started.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Let's get this
Jake.
party started.
Let's
right.
get this party
You
started.
crazy son of a gun.
I'll
dang
play
it.
4 different songs here. I
Okay.
think you know them. Call us up right now. 464-5685. Shut Up Sipple starts right now.
We've all been there.
I think
You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, 464-5685. Call the Takedown Sip and Bill and Trivia today. Again, college fight songs. I'll play 20 seconds of a song. You tell me
20
what school that belongs to.
Did you get this cleared with Heyman?
I did not. This is a fight song here. This will not be involved. This USC fight song will not be in the game
I'm
show
going to be
today.
surprised. I don't feel great about it now. There's some that are so easy.
Give yourself more credit.
I don't know.
Bill has heard many of these.
I got to work on your confidence.
Thank you.
Well,
I'm shy.
we got.
Shy.
I think Jason is calling from the lobby out here. Is this Jason behind us? Is that you,
Jason's calling
Jason?
from the lobby.
Jason, is that
The
you?
call's calling from inside the house. The call's coming from inside the house.
I figured I
Yeah, it's
can't
Jason
win the
out
other
here.
way.
Yeah.
I can't win when I'm not here, so I figured I'd intimidate. I'm intimidating a presence.
Okay, well, Jason's sitting right behind Sip in the lobby here.
I see him on TV. It's the first time I've ever seen this.
This is interesting.
Hello,
Jason.
So
We're just talking to you. We can see you.
We can see Jason and we can hear him also.
How's it going? What are you wearing?
Well, good.
All right.
Go.
All right,
Come on.
Jason, the first question to you. What school's fight song does this belong to?
it
Should know that.
Tennessee?
He's going tennis. He's going Tennessee. That doesn't look like Rocky Top to me. No, that is not Rocky Top. You guys want that one or
Keep
not?
playing it.
Keep playing it.
It's a great one. It's a great one, and I don't know it.
You want it? You don't want it?
I'm going to pass.
That would be Missouri.
It's a great one.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
Missouri. Okay, 0-0 tie. Sip first question. What school has this fight song right here?
Oh, got it. It's a beautiful one. Never get tired of it.
Fight songs are awesome.
Never get tired of it. Here. I've been in Allen Fieldhouse.
Yeah.
I've been in Allen. I've been in Allen when that baby was cranking at the timeout of Kansas's game.
Kansas is correct.
That's a great song.
Yeah, that's very
Makes
awesome.
you happy,
It does make it. Fight songs make you happy.
They do.
Oh,
All right, 1-0 lead for Sip, and Bill is still in play for you. Jason, Jason, back to you to tie it up. What school has this fight song fired up right now?
Oh, God. Let it go just a touch longer.
What was your guess?
I'm thinking, hang on. Let me hear a little
We're firing
more.
it up, Jason.
how could I not know this?
I'm going to say Notre Dame, and it's wrong.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
No. Oh my God! I can't believe it. Driving me crazy. Driving me crazy.
Yeah. Hit it one more time.
Start it over.
I'm not playing it again. Yeah, 34 seconds. That one. Who was
It's
it?
like
Sip?
this. I
You
think
don't have
like
to take it.
the schools in the pass.
That would be Texas A&M. A&M.
I was gonna.
A&M.
I was gonna get that one.
All
right, well,
I was.
1-0 lead.
The true pageant.
So we can close it out here.
Yeah, Bill's in play here.
Yeah, I had that one.
For the win,
I
your
locked
last
up.
question. What school has this fight song for the win?
Oh.
I don't know how I didn't get A&M. I didn't say it. I'm an idiot.
Okay, Sip. For the win, who has that fight song right there? You're up 1-0. Bill's in play.
I mean, I can guess.
Yeah.
Guess.
Ohio State.
Jason, you got to take a guess there. Who has that fight song I just played?
Oklahoma.
Not Boomer Sooner. He guessed Rocky Top earlier for Tennessee. That was Kansas State.
I'm a garbage.
Kansas State.
All right,
got
there you go. Jason's
because
gone.
when A&M plays that in the cadets march in, it's incredible. It really, the sheer pageantry of Kyle Field, it's a wow.
That was
That was
Kansas State.
I thought they played another.
They got
more-
two of them. They
Yeah.
got like the Wabash cannon, something. They got two.
The Wabash Cannonball.
Yeah, something like that.
I
You got
think
two. You got two songs.
Okay.
That's one of their big ones, though. Tiebreaker. You guys won.
Winner.
What year was K-State's fight song "Wildcat Victory" written? Bill, this is for you.
That's easy. That's 1946.
Ooh.
Before, after 19.
I'm saying before.
1927 by a man named Harry E. Erickson.
Harry.
Harry.
Good job, Harry. Had a lot of time out there on the plains.
And we just keep winning games.
2-1 in the week.
Just hammering out
2-1.
wins.
You are now 105 and 84. We're getting closer to that reset August 1st, though. Getting close to it.
Yeah, we'll really have to lock in then. That's a big date, August 1st. It is. Is August 1st a Monday or something?
No, I think it's actually a Wednesday.
Whatever.
It's not the best
Still big.
time to redo it, but we'll
That's
do it
okay.
if we want to.
August 1's we do it.
That's right. The spillover,
Jason, thank you.
The spillover is next, an early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit Huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium, Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I'm proud of my Nebraska roots, and I'm proud to be back home. And at Midwest Bank, they're proud to be your local community bank. They believe in family first, taking initiative, showing integrity, and rolling up their sleeves to support their local communities. They treat everyone like family, no matter where you're from. Whether you walk into a branch in York, Lincoln, Norfolk, or Pierce, you know you're going to be welcomed with a smile. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Do you have a new address or phone number? Update your info with Powerline, LES's outage reporting system. Visit les.com/powerline or call 402-475-4211 to sign up.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
At Doane University, we build leaders, and that means your success and achievements come first.
At Doane University, your future is uniquely yours, and our world-class liberal arts education is just the beginning.
We invite you to schedule your campus visit and experience why Doane University will start you on your journey to your future career.
Learn more by scheduling your personal campus visit today at doane.edu/visit. See you soon.
By now, most of you know how important the Honda of Lincoln sales and service team are to the Lincoln market. Hello, Charlie Stone here, and joining me is Andy Goodyear from Honda of Lincoln to tell you about the great news they just received. Andy, please tell us all about it.
Each year, the Lincoln Journal-Star has an award program called the Lincoln Choice Award, where the customers in Lincoln get to choose the best places to do business. Great pleasure, I get to announce that Honda of Lincoln has won the award for buying new cars, used cars, automotive repair, and even oil changes.
That is amazing, Andy. Any more good news?
Yes, there is, Charlie. We now have more than 100 new Hondas in stock, with hundreds on the way, and a huge selection of all makes and models on our pre-owned lot.
Incredible. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
We have two boys, so we needed more space. We lived in a townhouse, so we decided to build.
Casey Bowman and her husband Joe built their first home with us. us. This is Bob Benish of Aspen Builders. Working with the Bowmans was fantastic.
After the first meeting, we really liked them as people.
I was really skeptical about the whole building process, more so than Joe was. But they explained everything before it happened. If there were problems or issues along the way, they called and explained everything. They just really helped ease my mind.
They were really good about giving us options as far as what fit in the budget, what didn't fit in the budget. They have a designer, Rachel.
She was amazing. She was very helpful in making sure that our house turned out good. I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change the lot. I wouldn't change colors. I love everything about it. Everything. It's perfect for us.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Are you looking to upgrade your farm equipment? You're in luck. Acres, your premier John Deere dealer, recently dropped its prices on select late model tractors, combines, planters, and sprayers. Trade in your old equipment today and get never before seen discounts that can save you over $100,000. With great financing options and our A+ support, there's no better time to upgrade. Visit your local Acres store or see the huge savings at acres.com. That's AKRS.com to see the best prices in the nation.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover with Raph today. Raph, have you started playing the college football video game yet? Are you too old for that?
I'm not a gamer. However, I did watch from the second quarter on last night of the Rico versus Nick Sainert matchup.
He's a spectator. It's kind of fun to watch. It's amazing.
Have you watched them before?
Yeah, I've watched the grandkids play basketball, and it's actually, you find yourself kind of getting into it.
Yeah, it was good for a game.
It's strange. It's a strange world.
I'm surprised you admitted that on the airwaves. That you've watched it.
It's a strange world. Then they had. I've noticed the grandkids will listen to radio talk shows that are about games.
Yeah,
it's an amazing
well,
world.
Twitch is a big deal right now. Still, people can watch the games. People play on Twitch. So Rico and Nick were doing a game last night on Twitch.
Yep.
Was it Alabama and Georgia?
Alabama, Ole Miss.
Alabama, Ole Miss last night.
Yep. They drew two top 10 teams.
And Nick won, it sounds like.
Yep, Nick won by 8 or 7.
Now, Nick had the advantage because Nick had played it for I think 9 hours the day before. Rico had not played it yet. Yeah, okay. He said he played from 3:30 p.m. to 1 a.m. a couple days ago, Nick did. And Rico had not played it until last night when he got the game. Advantage Nick on that.
9 hours.
Came down to the wire, it sounds like. So Rico had a good game for being that far behind.
So they had the game. So they had the volume of the game turned down so you could hear Rico talking. Somehow they can get Nick. You hear Nick talking. So they had the volume turned down. But this morning I saw a post where they have the play-by-play on the game, and Kirk Herbstreit, I guess, after an Emmett Johnson carry, goes, he harkens back the memories of, or Tom Osborne has some great running backs back in the day, and he's like, Mike Rozier, Lawrence Phillips, Amon Green, and it does that in his play-by-play or in his color commentary of the game. So I thought that was pretty cool. That
he was showing, I think, a few months ago or maybe a year ago. Kirk was talking about all the different things he had to say. They had a long script of things he had to say. Like he was doing it for days.
Really?
All the things to say in the video game because he's got to have these things actually said by him to have them triggered into the game. But it's amazing how still. That's why games are amazing. They know how to code them that certain things are said that already were said by those guys.
It's incredible.
It's amazing.
It is.
But I was impressed by that back when I was playing back in 03. This is 2024. We're now more advanced in society, but since we were then, and I still was blown away by that back then.
It blows me away. It doesn't blow probably Nick away because they're so used to it.
They don't respect it or appreciate it.
I'm not casting aspersions.
I am. They don't appreciate the fact this is not a live play-by-play. These guys already said these things. It's encoded into the game itself.
Yeah, it's mesmerizing to older people like me and Raph.
So is Pong, though.
Pong wasn't mesmerizing. It was fun.
It is mesmerizing. I played Pong before.
Yeah.
They brought back like the old school Pong. You can play on the computer. Did that like in 2001 probably.
Raph, should we address the dentist thing? Raph,
you're chewing gum.
Yeah,
I see that.
Can you?
I
Is
can
that a
hear it
problem?
and see it. It's just a little odd.
Oh, yeah,
We're almost done anyways. It's fine.
Okay. I chose to wear jeans today because I'm going to the dentist, and Bill and Jake didn't understand that. The dentist. I thought.
Does Raph understand it?
Yeah, jeans.
Yeah.
Why?
I didn't think I should show up at a dentist office with shorts.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah,
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you go jeans. Jeans to the dentist.
Listen to Raph.
Raph,
Yeah.
you would not. You wear shorts all the time. You're not changing into jeans to go to the dentist.
If you're going to
office.
the dentist that day, you're probably going to jeans.
Yeah, probably.
No way. No way. No.
Yeah, it's like
because it's very strange that you're doing this.
No, it's not. It's like when you get I just think,
I would not have given you any crap if you just said, "Yeah, I put on jeans this morning, whatever." But you put them on intentionally because you were going to
Dentist,
the dentist.
yeah.
I said, talk me through that one because you're not talking me through it.
it just made
No,
sense.
Yeah, jeans to the dentist.
It doesn't make any
You're-
sense at all.
Yeah, you're in a chair. I mean, come on. I just think it makes
Yeah.
They don't need to see my legs.
They're not going from that side. They go above your head. They operate you from up here, not from down below. What are you talking about here?
I know.
You're angled down in the chair, basically. You're
I got
sitting
it.
flat and it goes down. No one's ever at the bottom side of you in the chair. There's no point to jeans. It's sanitary in there. They
you know
wipe
what? You
down
said
the chairs.
You said a key word. I think I regard it as more sanitary.
It already is sanitary. They wipe down the chair every time you use it. They're proper people at the dentist. Every
I'm
dentist
thinking
you go
about
to.
just just sanitary. I'm being sanitary.
Let's see. I think I'm getting that.
What?
Someone have a comment on Sip wearing jeans to the dentist intentionally.
Kenny Wilhite, shorts. Went yesterday, had shorts on.
Kenny Wilhite.
Kenny Wilhite.
Hello, Kenny.
He's a shorts guy.
Well, because
Where's Kenny at?
I think he's still in Lincoln.
He's in
isn't he?
Lincoln. Yeah,
He's in Lincoln.
Yeah.
He went. He
Because
went.
Kenny's a proper man. Says you don't have to change into proper attire to go to the dentist.
He went shorts to the dentist. Okay.
For those who have missed out on this conversation for the
Hey,
last
Dub
couple
says,
of years,
"What's up, Sip?"
Bill.
Oh, cool.
K-Dub. Sip has not been to the dentist for 48 years. That changes today. For the first time in nearly
10. I might have been before.
Almost half a century you've not been to the dentist.
Yeah,
that
it's gonna get
changes
interesting.
today.
Raph, it's gonna get interesting.
The return.
I've had some toothaches lately, and I never envisioned this happening. I thought I was going to escape the whole thing.
Is there a part of you that is concerned with him saying, "Sir, you have 75 cavities"?
Yeah,
in these
I have
teeth"?
some big concerns about the whole thing. I mean, I think, I do. Like, are they going to say, "Look, you're going to need like 8 visits now"? Yeah, I think, and I've heard that happen to people. By the way, I've heard from people since we've aired that I'm going to the dentist that have called and said, "Oh yeah, it could get a little rough. Be ready."
So I'm just trying to prepare you for this because when they ask you when's your last
I'm telling.
dentist, but you say, "Well, to be very honest, it's been 48 years."
They're going to ask me to fill out paperwork.
Please say the number 48 though. Not been a while. Say it's been about 48 years.
I talked to a former Nebraska coach yesterday who said he went 18 years between trips.
That's not 48. 18 that's a walk in the
But
park.
once you get over
48.
a certain number, it's kind of
What's that number? 5?
It all blends
threshold.
together.
Yeah.
48.
I'd say 15. Once you're over 15.
If you walk away from this dentist appointment and they say you have no cavities, you have done something remarkable for 48 years of no cavities.
Well, I would bet against that happening.
Is that sugar-free gum you're chewing?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
And I don't make a practice of that. Jake pointed it out because it doesn't happen very often.
No. Well,
it used to happen early in our shows, and you kind of talk. No, I would use cough.
You'd eat cough drops. You'd eat sometimes peanuts or whatever, some sort of
sunflower seed.
Legume, sunflower seed. Yeah, you did seeds on it. Like, what are you doing?
Got to be comfortable.
I guess so. That's it for us. The Drive with Raph, AD, and Amon Green is next for Steve Sipple and Bill Busch. I am Jake Sorensen. We will see you tomorrow.
Where's Amon?
NIPCO is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete, Husker concrete, and Beatrice